Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is Sunday, it is the eve of the war, and that means it's time for some good old Warframe. Hello and welcome back, one and all. Hello there, MG Joker, stream hype indeed. It's the last one before the update, guys. It's nearly here. It's nearly here. And it's not saying Sentients have no idea the hellfire they've brought down upon themselves. Oh, yes, indeed. They think they can win. That's the cheeky bit. They think they can win. Come on now. Haven't you seen what we've been up to here? I mean, can you really beat the collected memories of the entire Oricon? Because I have them. You know, I can't. We're going to win, aren't we, guys? We're going to absolutely smash them. I have no idea what they're going to be bringing to bear beside what we've seen in trailers, so fingers crossed it is something we can actually handle, eh guys? Hello Time Reaper, how are you doing today? Hello Blago as well, hope you're all doing just fine wherever you are around the world, guys. Now, as is standard at this point, of course, first things first we're going to be diving into, when we get to the mission front of stuff, is we're going to be going through today's sortie, and the sortie is quite interestingly all in the void today. So we've got a mobile defense with enemy physical enhancement, / damage, no less. We've got an interception mission with enemy elemental enhancement, and then an exterminate Xmas stronghold. And that is always a nice one to see. Xmas stronghold means there's so many Xmas units around, and they are great for affinity. They give you so much more affinity than usual. If you have an exterminate version of that on a sortie, you can repeatedly do that one, and it's just a direct kill your way through, which is actually surprisingly good affinity farm if you want to break it up a bit from other farms out there. It's not perfect, but it's something different altogether, and it doesn't have Simris shouting down your neck like, "No, you can't use that ability twice, brr." You don't get that there, so it's very different. Hey, Space Cadets, a blackout happened last night. Oh dear, I hope it wasn't too long there for you, my dude. Can't go to space if you're got no power. And the Opacle, there you go. One hydrate with a brand new cup of tea I got going on there as well. Hello Beard, how are you doing today as well? Hope you're doing fine indeed. So yeah, we're going to be cracking on through with the sortie. And from there, well, we'll play it by ear, you know. This is the last spoiler-free stream because, fair warning to everyone, I'm going to say this multiple times through the stream, as many people as possible, when the new war drops, I will not be hiding spoilers. Spoilers will exist on the Twitch channel. I'll hide them as much as possible on YouTube. I will hide them as much as possible on Discord. I will hide them as much as possible on Twitter. Yes, I'm on Twitter. I know I don't use it enough, but I am there. But the stream here, I don't see how it's going to be feasible. I simply do not know how it's going to be feasible to have a good, compelling stream for you guys and also avoid all spoilers. So it's just not going to happen. Spoilers will be here from Wednesday, so be ready for that. Quite simple, really. Be ready for that. Hello, Phenomenal. Hope you're doing well today as well. Hello, Solar War. Is that Solar War? Yeah, Solar War. I did read that correctly this time. So, let's see. What gear do I want for today's sortie? And for anyone else who wants to join in on the sortie as well, send a message on over to the Kengineer. I'll bring you into squad and we can take it from there. Do I have an Octavia song I can share? Kinda. I have one that is practical because that's what I do. I do practical. You go into your not appearance. Oh, they've moved it here now. Mandacord. Go to the Mandacord. This is it. Let me pause the music outside the game a moment. As you can hear, this is exceedingly repetitive. I've given it a little bit of variation to make it slightly more manageable on the ears, but yeah. The whole point of this is just to have the mallet actually hitting those mallet notes frequently enough that we can get the damage in on enemies, but not so frequently as to perma-stun them. You want them to be able to actually get into the field and do something. With the Resonator, it actually, if I recall correctly, doesn't really matter. So that's why we've got the most tuneful bit here on the Resonator. And then on the Metronome, beat every single space. You can give it the tune you want, but it needs to be every single beat, space, whatever you want to call it, needs a note. And it only needs to be one note. You can have multiple if you want, but it only should be one note, because you are limited in how many notes you can draw in. And that's to make Metronome as cheesy as possible. Can't I share? What, are you somewhere I can share this, Solar War? It's not like I can just pop it, like, into a global message to everyone. You need to contact me if you want it linked directly. But I'm giving you the rundown on how you can actually, you know, put it together yourself. Maybe go for a tune that works for yourself, and this is exactly the style you need. Just every bar, a beat. Doesn't matter what beats you use, I've given them some style. You just need a beat every bar. And then here, you need a note every beat. How's my Wonderwall? I don't do Wonderwall. This is the limit of my musical capabilities, alright guys? It took me 3 years to get to grade 1 on the saxophone, and even that was through blood, sweat and tears, and yes, there was blood. Don't ask how. Alright, music is not exactly my forte. I can keep a beat. That's about it. Time Reaper asking for an invite. Come on in, my dude. Come on in. Right, as soon as Warframe wants to let you. Any second now. There we go. Alright then, cool. So I was say, I wonder if anyone made a Min-Max Octavia song sounds good. That's the closest I could get to good. That's the closest I could get to good. How do I link a song? Song? Is it just song? I don't think it's song. No, I don't think it's song. How do I link this? Is it just song? Oh, okay. I didn't think it was just song. I would have expected it to put something there. Nope. Yeah, that's the one. There we go. I have a couple really crappy ones in there as well. Yes. Yes, I am MR30. Worked a bit on that one. What's my opinion on Tiberon Prime? I don't really have much of an opinion on Tiberon Prime. We can have a look at it, though. We can have a look at it. Let's see. Do I have the Tiberon Prime? That is the first question. Well, not there, apparently. Let's click the correct slot. There we go. Tiberon Prime. Yes. Good. Okay, cool. Let me see here. Art meets ingenuity of this beautiful deadly rifle. Alright, alright. I actually can't remember how this one operates, so let's have a look at it proper. It's not going to have a potato in, most likely. Yep, no potato. Alright, that's... Oh my god. What is that doing there? Okay, let's work with this then. So, we got a burst fire rifle. I'm never really much of a fan when it comes to burst fire weaponry. It's like, either let me choose how many bullets I want to fire, or just fire one. If we're firing more than one, just let me keep firing. So, you know, but burst fire kind of kills it for me straight away. I did hear a message. There it is. Oh, it's Nazami showing a song. Thank you, Nazami. We'll have a look at that at some point. But, yeah, A video saying, Tiberon Prime is a pretty weapon that was power creeped by the Kuva Hind. Fair, fair. Overframe builds be like, yeah, okay guys, okay, look. It's quite clear that I've never really made much of a focus on this weapon, although it's quite interesting given that it's got pretty high crit stats, if I do say so. But it does depend on what the rest of it can do. Now, hang on. Well, one of you guys could have mentioned this earlier. What's that? An automatic mode? Oh, wait, where's the crit stats go? What? What is this? Hold. Fire rate, 7. Crits, 28 by 3. We come down to the automatic mode, and it's fire at 8.33, so up a teeny tiny bit. Crit 16 to 2.8. What? What is that about? Yeah, the status goes up, but where does the rest of it go? The damage doesn't change, but... Wait, there's a semi as well? Oh, wait, I scrolled towards it. I didn't even notice a semi in the middle. What is this weapon? Okay. So it's got a burst fire, a semi-fire, and an auto-fire. Right, and the damage is the same per shot on all of them. But the crit stats are much better on the single fire, middle on the burst, and terrible on the auto. Well, not terrible. No, they're not terrible. It's all over the place. Okay, cool. I feel like that's one of the kind of things that I would highlight in the description of weapon. Like, hey, this is 3 firing modes. Let's talk about that, you know? Not like force me to scroll and go, oh wait, hang on. hang about. So yeah. Okay. Seeing as it has an automatic mode, and I do prefer automatic weaponry, let's give this a proper try, shall we, guys? Let's give this a proper try. What do you mean I have to pay 20 plat for it? Fine, whatever. Let's give this a proper try, because that means I can also put in the proper serration, because that was actually beginning to hurt me, looking at that there. Like, why? Why did I do that? Now let's do the rest of it from here. We've already got Galvanized Chamber. We have got Corrosive built into this right now. Is this a weapon we really want Corrosive on? I mean, it's... Bago, you're probably better off popping that into the Discord more than anywhere, because for the number of people watching, there's always more people on the Discord. So if you are looking to share an item, pop it into Warframe main. Pop it there. So, Corrosive, I mean, if it's these polarities, but I feel like we can just do more. I can just do more, because I can do, for example, this, and that. However, crit mods need to happen. That's a thing. So, let's downgrade you. Would that be enough? That will not be enough. Oh, damn, this is going to be pain. Okay. Crit. You know, let's take you out right now. Critical delay. I'm not buffing fire rates. That would be a bad idea, actually. What would it? Yeah, let's keep the fire rate for now. Keep the fire rate. Want you and you. And there we get the gold. 8 rounds. That'll do. That'll do for now. Alright. We're going for a nice standard heat viral build. How do you get galvanized mods? Those you get from either trading from players, or you can get them from doing arbitrations. You get the arbitrations reward points, which is the Vitus Essence. You trade that in then at the Arbiters of Hexis vendor, that's to the left of their entrance, and he will give you the galvanized mods. Yeah, but you might find it easier to just get them from other players. Depends on where you're at in the game. You will likely need a lot more endo than you currently have in order to max out all of these mods. So arbitrations, running them is still a good idea because they're also a good source of endo. Oh, yeah. And I think this should at least do us for a temporary build here. You know, it fits. There's a mod missing because, you know, there's no form in this. We only just potatoed it. Bit of a hydrate? Sure, a blind guy. There we are. But, yeah. We'll run with that. We'll run with that. Let's give the Tiburon a feel. And we're on Octavia. Why not? Let's stick with Octavia, yeah? Got a decent enough build on here. Hydration, Warcry. Alrighty. Sure, why not? Why not? If we're going to do that, I need something that benefits from Warcry. So, yeah. Let's bring in Incarna. Why not? Any recommendations how to mod the Catabolist? I can't even remember that weapon properly. I think it's innate corrosive, it's a heat viral, or does it lack of IPS to make something else viable? It's worth having a look at on properly modding it. If it's got innate corrosive, then going heat viral to get the heat viral corrosive triple dip actually kind of works out for it, but I need to have a look at it to give a better idea on that one in just a moment. Best melee in the game? I see. Time Reaper is a fan of it. Time Reaper is a fan. Okay. Well, let's get this cracking then, guys. Let's jump on into our first sortie of the day. It is, of course, a mobile offense. Maybe I should have the crowd conductor build. I think about it. There we go. I'm hoping that build has not been damaged since I built it. Probably has. Probably has. An infested beam pistol. I have to have a look at that after the mission then, a blind guy. We'll have a look at it after then. Also, I need the music back on. I've had that off since Octavia. There we go. Completely missed the fact that we'd lost all music.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance.
Oh, that speed boost. And with that. Pop the roller ball up, so that's going to distract all the enemies that I need them to distract. So burst fire. We're getting some hits in. We're getting some hits in. Let's give the single tap a try. And it's got a decent enough fire rate. I mean, I can spam click this if I really want. Who needs a burst fire where you can spam click, you know? There's plenty of work done as is. Alright, now let's reload real quickly. Switch this over to the automatic. Get that running again, just to be safe. I mean, it feels to me like, you know, automatic can still get the work done, right? Still seems good to me. Hello, Adi Malik. How are you doing today? What's the most damage I've done in a single shot? I think we once worked with a Banshee build to just hit the maximum amount. So like 2 billion. So yeah, max damage. I've done it. I only did it once because then I went, you know what, this is a load of setup for not really a lot of payoff. Like, it's a load of damage, but it's one enemy, who cares? All the single targets we care to kill have invulnerabilities, damage reduction, phases. They kind of ruin the whole point of having lots of damage. Probably something about game balance, so then to skip that. What have I skipped over there? What is marked? What? I'm sorry. This thing, defend the location. I need to go have a look what that is. I'm really curious. I saw it earlier, but I was like, it's probably nothing, but it's still there. It's still there at this range. Maybe it is something. It could be nothing. Oh, did someone seriously mark a cyan? Someone marked a cyan star. Don't do that. If I care about a cyan star, I'll see it on the map. Don't mark a cyan star. Do I look like I'm a MR5? I don't need them. Probably a Nightwave. Like 5 useless objects. Just to annoy people with. You're just committing genocide in Stellaris again, are you? Oh, fair enough, Automatic. Fair do. Let's just amp up everyone's damage, and then... Brr. See, who needs a burst fire when you can just fire as many bullets as you want? I just never really got the hang of a need for burst fire. Unless you specifically make it worse than the alternatives, then yeah, you're kind of forcing the issue. It was like even in PUBG, you'd have some weapons which were burst fire only. I'm like, okay, yeah, can I not use this one? Thanks. Just give me the automatic or give me the semi-auto. Don't do this click but 3-click thing. No. A trigger finger does not play well with burst modes. It deserves it for resisting you politically. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. If you're getting some fictional enemy just ignoring your political will, then yeah, absolutely. Just take them off the map. That's the Tenno way, right? Think I want a Stratobar? Maybe. Yeah, with just a potato, no former, we're seeing, yeah, pretty middle-of-the-road results so far. Hard to compare because at the end of the day, most of my gear is now so heavily formed that an unformed build is always going to feel pretty lame in comparison. Yep. Let's try burst again. Wait, did I have a fire rate buff from something? Does this get a fire rate buff on kill?
The odds were against us, but we did it.
Oh, it does! Okay. I didn't know about that. That changes how I handle things. It could even make critical delay more worthwhile, because if that fire rate buff is additive, then it would counteract the negative of critical delay. Do I have any strong opinions on the Tenet melee weapons? No, I do not. I've not actually tested them enough to have a strong opinion on them. I'll be honest, mostly I've been putting it off as a result of just the vendor system and how annoying holokeys were to farm for the first however long they were out. Exactly, Spacey, yeah, exactly what I mean. Like, If you need just a short burst with an auto-fire weapon, you burst. If I want 2 bullets, I can do that. But if I go burst, no, I have to fire 3. I can't fire the 1, I can't fire the 2, I have to fire 3. I can't fire the 4, I can't fire the 5, I have to fire 6. It's like, just let me fire how many I want to fire. This gun is Bratton burst and later rolled into one. It fills it, doesn't it? Yeah. Burst with multi-shot and a status build procs while saving ammo. I don't know what you mean by procs while saving ammo there, Cool Hand. And what ammo is it saving? Because the burst fire is still firing 3 bullets. What's next on the docket? It was the Interception. You know what? I got a frame that is great for Interception. Absolutely great. Give me a sec here, guys. Is that the right build? Probably not. I need to do some better fashion with this gal. There we go. That'll do just fine. Thank you. Alright, let's do it. Bring it. I haven't brought the stat stick because why not? Whatever. .42 is not a lot for spray and pray. I'm sorry, Cool Hand. I'm not quite passing what you're putting down there. Not quite getting through to me.
We have located the enemy's planetary communication towers.
Alright, Time Reaper has got D there. I'm going to head on over to C.
To decode incoming messages.
Pop my dispensary. Because, of course, why not have a dispensary on this? You lose the ability to control Venari and set the various modes, but you still get Venari going around, so... Half of one world, half another. Gives me all the energy I need to then initialize defenses. Silver Kieran saying Borderlands 3 had a weapon that did burst fire really well. The burst delay was so short you could actually achieve a faster fire rate than the auto mode. I mean, in that regard, I can see it, but at the same time, it's still... They're functionally making it where the gun could fire faster, it's just they're not letting it fire faster in auto mode. If the gun can fire faster in burst, they're just holding it back in auto. The design of burst doesn't make sense. Burst only works by giving it statistics that make it superior when I can't fathom why those statistics happen in the first place. Like, in this case, the burst fire has better crit stats than the auto. Why? What about the bullets is now worse? Because I'm firing 3 bullets automatic rather than 3 bullets burst. Would I say a 20 million damage headshot with the only setup being Deadhead and Galvanized mods is good? Space Cadet, that is so removed from any actual practical detail as to be completely impossible to answer. Like, 20 million is a heck of a lot of damage, but you're saying without any other setup, 2 mods isn't enough for a gun to actually hit something, so there is other setup going on, just you're ruling it out as not setup. It's actually impossible to really say. Hello, ZK Atomized. How you doing? Sorry, Atomis? Atom? Okay. I can't read names without capitals for splitting up words. ZK Atom is dead. Hello there. I'm never going to read your name correctly first time because you've got like 5 different words there and no capitals at all. I cannot read that. My apologies on that one, but my eyes will not read that. You got Kuvanukor and Kuvazar today. Nice! Those are 2 very spicy weapons to have. So why are none of the enemies coming to C? Hello? Like, there's one right there, mate. Right there. He's come through this door, and he's specifically running off round towards D. You gonna do the same? He was going to. He was going to. Apparently all the way over on Time Reaper. Well, fine. I will just build up my whip claw on him then. Y'all want to be like that? It'll be like that. Gonna whip and tear until it's done. Dude, okay. Never mind, I'm done with them. They took out my shield. Just realised this build doesn't have the most tank in it. What are we doing today? Just chilling? Going with the mood, seeing how it feels. This is the final stream before the new war, and once the new war hits, out of all the content I put out, the Twitch stream is the one place which will not have a spoiler block on it. So, spoilers will be here in the new war. Guaranteed, 100%. I ain't hiding them. So today's stream is the last stream, spoiler free. For those of you who've got any pressing questions, any bits you want to get sorted, if any preparations for the new war, that kind of thing. And otherwise, we'll just kind of bounce around the origin system, just blowing up people for the hell of it. Why not? Basically, saying there's some weapons I've used where you could use burst or semi, but spamming the trigger was much higher DPS than burst. And again, that itself is weird. Is that if you could fire in semi faster than you can in burst for DPS, then either you are firing faster semi than the burst will allow, in which case the burst is nerfing your weapon, or the stats of the semi shots are just better for some reason. Hey, Evo. Thanks for the hydrate. Again, it just doesn't make sense to me. From a balancing perspective, sure, but if you are firing the same bullets, it doesn't make sense. Here, I'm firing the exact same bullets. There is no change in the ammunition usage. It's the same bullets, same chamber, same everything. It's just the trigger is allowing one bullet out rather than 3 bullets out. Why is the one bullet now stronger, other than just game design? And from a game design perspective, it loses verisimilitude. It doesn't have to be realistic, but it has to be realistic within its own parameters, otherwise you lose verisimilitude. This is something that always bothers me about burst. Always. Also, wow. Why was he not dying? Why neither are you dying? Where did all of my damage go? Oh, of course, elemental enhancement. Right, yeah, I've got a lot of elemental damage at the moment on a weapon that's not exactly modded for this for being nerfed by a sortie at the moment. Tekias will say, I haven't prepared too much, got railjack done, but no necromech. Right, if you've not got a necromech, you will not be able to do the new war. They have said that is required. Not suggested, required. So if you do want to be doing the new war, guys, you do need a necromech, you do need a railjack. DE have been very explicit about this. If you don't want to do the new war release, that's fine. Just don't get it. Don't get those requirements in. That's fine. You're not using them. But you know, then you're missing out on the biggest update we've seen in God knows how long. Okay, he was just throwing hands at me. What will be my loadout for the new war? It will be Lavos, Tenor Envoy, my Gaze secondary kit gun here, the Observe, and then Glaive Prime. I'll be using Helios Prime as my Sentinel rather than Carrier Prime. One, because I believe in myself to have enough ammo for everything I need to do. 2, Helios then can be scanning things as I go through. And Helios will be using my Verglass. That'll be the build there. I'll be using the Void... really not taking damage from this weapon now. I'll be using the Void Rig with the Morzelon and the Archivex, of course. Those builds I've put in the most recent video. And the setup for my Railjack, well, that has been demonstrated across multiple different videos. You can see the full Railjack list in its own separate playlist on the YouTube channel. Fire rate equals higher damage. Game balance. Purely game balance. Verisimilitude, forgotten. You look at the difference in the Fullman, for example. That one switches between a semi-automatic and an automatic firing mode, but the actual way that it projects damage changes. It changes the mode entirely. It's not just a flick of the trigger. So there, it's understandable for it to have completely different stats. And for the final one, we got an Exterminate. Let's bring something very exterminate-y. Let's bring Equinox, you know? Just good old Equinox. Standard build, yep, there we are, ready to roll. And I'm sorry, Tybron, I'm bored of using it now. Envoy! Full Blappage. What's the secondary? The secondary I'll be bringing is a Gaze kit gun. I've called mine the Observe. There should be a little button on your screen at the moment which will allow you to open up my arsenal and have a look as to what I've got equipped right now, so you'll be able to see the build I'm using on that kit gun. Equinox is annoying to farm. I mean, she's definitely got a bit of grind time behind her, yeah. Certainly if you're not adept at taking down the mission quickly. Darius, we go on a social media blackout till quest is done. That is a good idea, yeah. If you aren't certain that your social media is going to be sanitized of spoilers, just get away from it. Because there are going to be people out there spoiling things. In fact, some people previously for other things have gone so far as to look for people who are talking in supposedly spoiler-free threads and DMing them spoilers. That's how petty and cruel some people get when it comes to spoilers. So absolutely, hide away from social media if you don't want to get hit with the spoilers until you've done the quest. So you've made it quite clear in the most recent announcement about spoiler courtesy that there is stuff that could absolutely be spoiled for you. So, you know, be ready. Don't let cruelty win over. And if you're the kind of person thinking of being that cruel, get the fuck out of here. Pure and simple. Why do I have the Revenant on the Observe? Because it makes it better. Yeah, pretty much that. Oops, I didn't have my aim active again. My bad. Now, this is what I was talking about. Look at that there. I just got 10,000 focus, and we're, what, half of a round of Sanctuary Onslaught in. I've got no affinity booster, 10,500 focus. When I say that this is an alternative focus farm, get an Xmas Stronghold on a Exterminate Sortie, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You can get a lot of focus pretty damn quickly, or a lot of affinity pretty damn quickly. And then when you're done, you just leave. And with it being the last mission of the sortie, you can endlessly replete it, no problem. Do it as many times or as few times as you want. Hello Luzman, how are you doing today? Okay, as I said, I just want to get as many primes as possible considering 26 days in. Oh, if you're only 26 days in, there is a load to go. Yeah, I've been here years. Granted, I've got all the primes now. Aside from the one I can't get. You got time, don't you worry about it. Oh yeah, when you're repeating this for the affinity, you're not caring about getting the actual sorted reward more than once. Who cares about that? It's affinity. Like, look at this. 11, 12, yeah, 12,000 focus I've gained from that mission there. 12,000 focus. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. That's pretty... Can I have control of my screen again, please, game? Nope, okay. That's cool. 12,000 focus. And naturally, if you're not going in being the nuker yourself, make sure you stay in range of the person who is nuking so you still soak up all that affinity. The Vazarin Focus Squad, I think it is, can help with that by increasing your affinity range. 12k for an Exterminate is pretty outstanding. It is, yeah. What is... Why can I hear... I'm shooting. Wait. Wait, what? What? I'm in a mission. I'm in a mission. Okay, can I leave? Wait, what? Help! Guys, you left me behind! Oh god. What? How have I done this? What is going... What? I've got no UI, I've got no ship, I'm... Hey, Time Reaper, what did you get from the sortie? Please tell me what I've missed. You're still stuck in the mission too? Wait. But I don't see you. Have we all been split off into random broken... What the... Well, yeah, this is on a new level, guys. This is on a completely new level. I'm black screen of mission rewards. All you need to do, Time Reaper, is go into operator mode and then die in operator mode, and you'll respawn back into being able to see what's going on. Oh god, that is nasty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to abort this one. Maybe me aborting will make it work for you guys. Wait. Abort. 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 So my ship is missing. Abort isn't working. Alright, clearly I have to kill everyone. Yeah. That's what the gods have decided. We need to kill everyone. Once I kill everyone, the gods of Warframe will allow me to leave. This is what I have to do. It all makes sense now. Yeah, I've been playing a while. I've never seen this either. Texas laws messed up your ability to abort. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, you went there. Let you out? Let me out! Alright, are there any more survivors? No? Okay, man in the wall! I've done my bit now. Let me out of here. Lotus? Session? Hello? Alt F4? Come on, no. There's got to be some other solution first. There's got to be. Wait. I thought I could hear footsteps. No, never mind. Jump off the map. Let's see if I can void dash off. Nope. Now I'm... Oh, God. Let me just... You've unstuck too recently. What do you mean I have unstuck too recently? You put me in this situation, game. Don't tell me I have to stay here. Maybe this is all planned? Or is this how they're doing the release? We're a little bit away from that. Alright. Maybe I can abort in operator mode. Nope. Okay, well, I think I have exhausted my options. I cannot unstuck anymore. I cannot escape. There is nothing left to kill. Yeah, I'm gonna have to Alt F4 it, aren't I? Yeah, the last person just went as well. Well, yep. Alrighty. Let's just Alt F4 out of that one. That's yikes. Yikes. That's quite something. Do you really rank up the enforcement of breaks? We just got started. The stream's not been going that long. I mean, it would have been a lot shorter to finish the sortie if it didn't break. And there was me complimenting the mission on being a great affinity focus farm, and they're just like, ah, wait, no, sorry. Piss off. What's that all about? What is that all about? You escaped our bug too many times, please take a break. Feels like it, doesn't it, lovely Muko? Don't see, I've had so many problems with Warframe today, sure. Sign New War is coming, feels like it, yeah. Certainly feels like it. Well, at least we're back in the mission, guys. We're back in the mission now. Just give it a moment, there it is. Well, back in the game, not in the mission. We'll get there. Yeah, that was quite the PC bug. Not even a console bug. That's PC doing that one. That's new to me. And it was the whole squad as well. That's because we forgot to set up prediction. You know what? I did think about that bit as well. I did think about that once we were in the end issue there. So let's get the prediction going for the sortie. But this time, it's not a prediction on if it's going to break or not. It's a prediction on what reward will we actually get. Error creating prediction, please try again. Why is everything breaking? Oh, Beer did it just as I was doing it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Did that make Equinox skin? Oh, thank you. He's very shiny. And also slightly tentacly on the shoulder. I'm not sure about that. Otherwise, it's shiny. So, yeah, let's try that again. You know, let's try that again. Recent. Nope. Friends. Nope. Has he not logged back on? Time Reaper. Time. I can't invite you back in if you're not there. Alright, well. Yeah. Let's see. Has it recognized I've done the mission? No, it's not recognized I've done it. It knows that I'm on to tier 3, but it's not done it, yeah. Alright, well, get your predictions in, guys. There is a channel point prediction going, so use your lovely blue spanners at the bottom of the window. There's a chat window, that is. I think Equinox kind of over-nuked the mission. That's probably what went wrong there. So we're going to have to use a slightly less powerful nuke, you know? I have to use someone who isn't quite so good at clearing the entire map. Because Time Reaper doesn't want to return. I'll have to pick up the bits and pieces on that. So we'll go with a good old Ember Prime instead. Dog finally cursed me? Oh, Dog has been trying to curse me forever. Come on, that goes way back. Most people here don't even know about that anymore these days, Evo. Is it beneficial for me if you watch the stream on 2 devices? Honestly, Red Panda, no. Because what's beneficial to me is that you guys are watching and enjoying the channel. So trying to finagle things with Twitch, honestly, don't worry about it. We're at the point here as a stream that we are consistently in pretty much the top 5, sometimes even the top stream on the Warframe section. So I'm not at all concerned when it comes to ratings or anything like that. I'm more concerned with, are you guys enjoying being here? Are you guys feeling like you're getting value out of this stream? And if you are, excellent. Job done. There we are. Wonderful. Round of applause to everyone. Hit the subscribe button because clearly if you're enjoying it, why wouldn't you? It's a few quid, wherever it is in your currency, every month. And if you're not at that stage yet, I'm going to keep going. Like I'm going to keep going with this Exterminate. Let's see if it breaks again. Let's see if it breaks again, yeah. Animalic, I enjoyed my bit war we had last stream. I mean, that was definitely something else there, Animalic. You and Quintus certainly had quite the sparring moment there, didn't you?
You are not alone. This tower is full of life forms. All corrupt.
Let's do this. Flex! There's a crazy thing about Emperor. One of the best ones to show to people who've never played Warframe before. Look at this. Here is a girl, all about fire. So much so she flexes and meteors come down from the sky. This is peak Warframe. I don't press the fire button, I press the fireball button. And it is glorious. We got no Simris getting angry about me pressing 4 too many times. Got no major energy issues because there's just death orbs everywhere and critters exploding. It's glorious. Yes, you're very right there, Blanco playing. In fact, this is the Dungeon Master frame, isn't it? Rocks fall, everyone dies is the essence of what Ember does. And it's beautiful. What's that? You think your shields can protect you? No. There is no shield strong enough to survive this. I don't actually think I'm doing loads of the kills there. 82. Okay, maybe I am. Maybe I am. I'm being a little bit too humble. Hello! Get blapped. Some of the stronger ones, they survive 1 hit. Do they survive a couple more? Yeah, you do because you're a dickhead. There we are. I'll just blap you in the face. That's fine. That's a technical question. Have I done anything around the distribution of damage rolls on Kubernetes weapons? No, I haven't. The reason I've been avoiding that is because of the inability to get reliable data for that. It is hard to get data which I can trust to make a proper video on. So I have avoided that topic overall. The reason I say it's difficult is that whilst 1 or 2 people can get a few weapons over the course of a few hours, you can't really speed that up, so you're really relying on multiple people to submit useful, viable information. And people have a tendency to submit information which they think is important, like outliers, and that ruins any data gathering. So without the ability to control it, I won't be looking to do a video until I find an alternative method. How am I doing kills in the end? Much worse than Equinox. Much worse than Equinox. Also see Red Panda has gone for a request for a frame with any of my invigorations. Okay, we can have a look at that in a moment.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tuna.
Ragnafiro saying, thoughts on the relevance of EHP in Warframe where enemies' damage scales exponentially to one-shot territory and shield gating being used in endurance and cost-efficient for normal content? Yes. So, those who say that damage scales to one-shot territory, if people are trying to tell you that, or if that's how you feel the game exists, you are not paying enough attention to how the game actually works. Seriously, I'm going to tell you that straight up. You're not paying enough attention. Failed create session. Session's done. We got a pistol ribbon. Woo! Not the best. I'll take it. I'll take it. That'll go on to the brand new collection we'll be making. So those of you who predicted that we would get anything other than an ender item, you're absolutely right. Anything else is what we got. So those 12 of you who are betting on a Riven or something like that, enjoy your extra channel points. You are completely correct. So yeah. So with regards to enemy damage scaling, to give you a prime example of this, I'm actually going to bring a prime. We're going to bring Anaros. Okay. Now Anaros does not have a shield gate. He quite clearly cannot tank with shield gating. There is no shield to gate. So all we have got here is a simple umbral set, adaptation, prime shift-footed to stay standing. We'll bring this into a mission and I'm going to show you his tank ability. Okay? Have a look at the Catabolist now? Sure, yeah, that was the secondary, I think you said. Oh, I have a Catabolist. Oh, even better. I don't have a potato in it, no? No, no potato. Well, let's have a look at the stats brand new then, real quickly. Let's have a look at those stats. So, crit stats, the crit chance is terrible, but the crit multiplier is amazing. So, absolute additions to crit chance there will go very well. It's got a load of status on that side of things. Now, let's see, how do these work? Reload from empty? Oh, if you reload from empty, the crit chance goes way up. Or is this... Oh, wait, no, this is the damage from reloading from empty. Is it? Wait. Wait, what am I looking at here? Help me out. What am I looking at here? I'm not familiar with this weapon at all. Splatter enemies with a short-range stream of corrosive bile and then toss the ammo bladder as a grenade when reloading. Right. Okay, right. That's... I should have read the description first. Okay, cool. The emptier the pistol's ammo bladder, the more potent its damage. A full empty bladder... sorry, a fully empty... You could just say an empty. Like, you don't have to say a fully empty. The word empty means empty. Just empty. But an empty bladder packs the biggest punch. Alright, some of you are probably going to be really surprised at this, but I need to alert you to this truth. I have never played anything Borderlands ever. I have absolutely no experience with anything Borderlands, and I'm not going to have anything experience with Borderlands in the near future, because I'm focused on other stuff. So if you reference something in Borderlands, other people in chat are going to get it. I ain't going to understand, sorry. Completely going to miss me. Let's have a further look at this then. So, you've got the damage from actual firing first of all. Something's broken there. There we go. So you got the damage from actual firing. Let's have a look at this then. 53 damage at base with a fire rate 12, magazine 31. With that magazine, you've got in that then about 1,500 damage at base. Whereas the grenade has a decent range, a harsh fall off for more damage. Not a lot more, but still more. And then the crit stats are also better. So it looks to me like the primary damage is actually the grenade itself. Now I'll need to check if this is going to chain to anything, because if it's chains in any way, if it is like a laser beam, sure, but I think it was just bullets, wasn't it? If it's just bullets, then yeah, the primary damage will come from the full reload. The partial, oh, look at that damage fall off. Yikes. If you got a full reload, 31%, 2.9 multiplier, and 2k damage, but if you have not, oh, the crit stats just die, and the damage is only 203, and the range is... everything is down. Status is down, crit chance is down, damage is right the way down. It does not chain, it's a beam weapon. You say it's a beam weapon, like beam weapons don't chain. But Amprex Nucor, don't know if the Cyclone chains. I think the Cyclone chains. And then you've got the Gaze Kick gun as well. Beams tend to chain. If it's a non-chaining beam, that's something different, but okay. Keep in mind the Catalyst does not auto-reload. You have to tell it to reload. Fair enough, there you go. Okay. No chaining. Okay, cool, cool. Red Spider saying, by the way, did I ever tell you that you kind of look like Rick Astley when he was young? See, I've heard of that before now, so I think it would have been you that said it, because I asked a few people about that, and they went, what? No. So, probably not, no. So, looking at this then, with that beam damage, as I say from this here, I'm not expecting too much from it. It feels like this would be more the primer to make the explosion hit hard. This will be the primer to make the explosion really hit hard, and you want to be emptying that magazine to fully use it. Okay. That feels like a bit of a dick move, you know? That's going to be less than fun to work with, but we can try and work with it. Solid, why not? Let's try and make this work. Now, does that affect this? Oh, does Fulmination not affect the radius? Oh. Well, that doesn't look good. Someone tell me that's a display bug, because if that doesn't affect the radius... well, that's no good. Come on now, you can't have a range of 7 and then not allow me to improve it. That's... oh, okay. Alright. We'll have a look at all the other usual stuff we can go for. We got, you know, yeah, Prime Target Cracker, Prime Pistol Gambit. Actually, no, I'm going to go for Anemic agility, because I want the extra capacity so that we can mod in the viral as well. Frostbite Pistol Pestilence, there we are. That should be okay. Are the gun shits out status like Phantasma? I mean, it certainly seems like it. You know, we're at 94.6 there, and we still got the heat to add on. I think heat I'd want to do with primed heated charge if I was fully building this weapon. But the simple reason is that you'd want more heat than viral or corrosive. You don't want to have less heat with a 60 or 90 mod. Synth charge works on the reload grenade. Oh. Bonus damage on the final shot. Ooh. Oh, that is interesting to be aware of. Okay. Okay. Viral heat is better for this gun? I mean, yeah, that's a given, yeah. Wiki says fulmination affects it. Now that is weird. That is weird. Okay. Why not galvanized shot instead of hornet strike? And 0 rank fire mod? Sorry, and 0 rank fire mod. Oh, you mean a rank 0, right, a heat mod that has not been upgraded, which is a potential option there. So the problem with this, yeah, you get loads of extra status. But have a look at the damage here. This one will give you plus 40% direct damage per status type affected target, stacked up to 3 times. So that's 120, 240 if it's all there, versus that one's 220. That's tight. And we're relying on it to work, which for AoE stuff apparently it doesn't. So I don't know if galvanized shot is actually going to work because we're relying on the AoE for a lot of the damage here. Secondary mercilessness now as well. I'm not going to be focusing on a full build on this, guys. Like, there's no former. I'm not going to be leveling up this weapon. We're just having a quick look at it because someone went, hey, what do you think about the Catabalist? So this is not a video build. This is not a maxed out build. We're just having a look at working on it here. But honestly, gambling 20% damage on something that might not even work, yeah, I'm not going to do that. It would be nice if the game could explicitly say, oh wait, no, sorry, it's not working on that, but DE don't believe in explicitly saying anything. We learned that many times over here. So as a starting build, 0 former, just try and getting some work done build, let's give this a try. Let's give that a try. And I was mentioning earlier as well, this person was asking about, oh, what about the meta where things scale so high that you just can't survive? People who do endurance missions, you're breaking the math of the game effectively by trying to play against stuff that you weren't really designed to be up against. Yeah, if you survive it, congratulations, but the game kind of stops caring outside of the steel path levels. Anything that happens after that, you're breaking the math altogether. Balancing doesn't exist there. So I don't care about endurance runs, as they really do leave the design of Warframe in favour of a very constrained meta for obvious reasons. But let's go to Adaro. Now, have I got weapons still carries through otherwise? Yep. Cool. Let's have a look. So I'll say, well, the tooltip of galvanized shot does say direct damage. Well, you see, here's the thing, Sal. Here's the thing. If that was true, if it actually meant direct damage, that would mean not status effects. Because status effects are damage from status effects. They're not directly dealt. So, if that's how it's worded, it's actually wrong. Has that always been broken? Or is that how I come... not how we came in? Get your shit together. Fix your place. Oh, I didn't realise I was in a public squad. Whoopsie! Well, let's get demonstrating. So, hurt me. Or... I did choose a steel path, right? I did not choose a steel path, my bad. I forgot the steel path bit. I did think it was odd that I joined into something with a person there. Let's try that again. Solo and actually steel path this time. It was really very odd that enemy died straight away at first. Alright, let's give this another try.
These
Wondering if Octavia can theoretically kill a level 10,000 enemy? Yes. In fact, after level 1000, Octavia gets better at killing enemies because their damage scales better than their defense does. Hi, mate. Murder me. Don't worry about the Sentinel. Murder me. I said murder me. Don't die to the Sentinel, please. Oh, that's just embarrassing. You're supposed to be Steel Path. Alright, let's build up some Scarab armor that everyone loves to talk about. I have like 2,000 health now. Surely I am easy pickings. Someone murder me. And now we see my tank starting to actually get into play here. Adaptation is now set in. Arcane Grace is proccing every now and then. I'm not going to find my weapon. Let's see if Vergbats can kill them all before I get killed. Let's see. Because you see, I'm actually recovering health here. I'm at twice the health I entered this room with now. I am running out of targets attacking me. So, I don't know about you guys here, but I am not actually seeing any one-shots happening. And Inaris' tank isn't the best tank in the game. Not by a long shot. Inaris can tank, and those of you out there who believe that Inaris can't tank should watch this right now and be like, oh, maybe I was just bullshitting the entire time, yeah. So it turns out Inaris can tank. It turns out that enemies don't just one-shot you just because you have no shields. And it turns out that Sentinels can actually get some kills in. Yeah, they're not ideal for it, but they're not exactly shit. Oh, although something did just one-shot my poor carrier there. Yeah. Drakmasters, they don't mess around. I need both my guns back, please. Thank you. Drakmasters are a big issue when it comes to Sentinels. Let's just get rid of those. Alright, Catabolist, let's see how you do. There we go, and throw the grenade. Yeet! When people talk about one-shot, they usually mean very high steel path missions. That is what the very first people at the top of the conversational chain mean, Euro, yeah. And then what happens is they say it to some people who ask about steel path stuff. And those people learning about steel path stuff go, oh, right, okay, yeah, you have to use shield gate because you'll get one shot on the steel path. And then the people talking about that, they'll say it to other people asking about hard missions. Like, can you take frames like Inaris into hard missions? They'll go, no, Inaris is bad. Because you see, I spoke to this other guy and he said Inaris is going to get one shot on the hard missions. And so the person 3 levels down from this conversation is now going, all right, go. Cool, I understand. Yeah, Inaris is bad for high-level missions because you just get one shot. And yeah, that sounds about right, because my experience as a new player, asking about hard missions and running an Excalibur with like 3 mods on it, yeah, I felt like I was getting one shot, so maybe that is true. Because you see, each step of the way down, people forget what they're actually saying. People all the way through the chain keep on changing what they're saying. It's Chinese whispers. Or whatever it's called wherever you're from. Some people call it telephone, some people have other names for that fun little kids game. Each time that information is passed along, someone conveniently forgets a crucial detail like, oh yeah, Inaris is actually pretty bad at tanking in the very tippity top of the missions where you are going for endurance runs, where enemies are scaling well beyond this level. Well beyond this level. This tier of mission, Inaris is having a blast of a time. He's laughing at them. I mean, if there's only one enemy, they're just permanently stunned by my goddamn Sentinel. If more than a few enemies appear, they continuously and easily proc my Arcane Grace. And I just tank. I'm just going to pour out all of this ammo. I don't care if it hits or not. It means I can throw my grenade. Wow, okay. Maybe I do care if it hits or not. Well, he just died. So yeah, for 99% of players and 99% of circumstances, he is a good tank. You don't need a shield to tank. I mean, come on, look at the Corpus. Shields don't exactly help them, do they? Shields are great. Shield tanking, or shield gate tanking, is a huge layer of defense. It has really changed the nature of Warframe. Because before we had it, something like Index was exceedingly painful for newer players. You would get one shot in the Index. You would get absolutely wrecked there. Is really hitting them through that? Wow. Looks to be that guy. Yep, got him. The issue is more that Rhino can do all this with his second ability and still gets to have useful abilities. See, that's a completely different issue, Lucifer. 100% different issue. We came into this, someone asked about my thoughts on the meta of being one-shot or shield gating, the only way of tanking in high-level missions, and I'm here to show, nope, that's just complete bullshit. That's just complete bullshit. Once you leave the designed missions and continue into endurance runs for 2, 3, 4 hours, yeah, things are going to be different. But that's because you're going extrapolating beyond the curve of design. That Analysis kit overall is kind of sucky. Well, that's something else altogether. He's pretty good at getting finishers reliably. Yeah, he's got that going for him. Just gonna work my way through these guys. Don't mind me. Thank you. Excuse me, I'm trying to stab your friend. Thank you. And you. You can get stabbed for that now. His revive is arguable at best. Oh, his revive is pretty terrible. His revive works at low levels, and that's about it. Yeah, the Catabalist, it's a working weapon. It is definitely a working weapon. Is it the best weapon? Possibly not. For status spreading, I mean, having only one innate status to start with is honestly pretty not pog. But it can get some work done. As we can see there, it can get some work done. Once you've got things scaled up enough, and especially if you're against an enemy with ferrite armor. Where's your armor now, bitch? Where's your armor now? Yeah. Against something that's got alloy, it takes a bit more work. Only a little bit more work, though. And yeah, I don't hate Inaros, no. He is a boring frame. You can make him more interesting by trying to work with him some more. I didn't even realise I put on Chroma's ability, so there we go. I have even more to work with. Let's keep doing this. And you get some sand in your face, and you get some sand in your face. Everyone gets sand in their face. I'm just going to shoot you. As troopers, they use ferrite armor. So do ballistas, so they are really weak to the Catabalist. Now, I've just thrown away a grenade deck, because I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. You would want to be holding on to those, realistically. Bombard, you get stabbed. Eviscerator, you get stabbed. Another bombard? I'll throw this at you. Oh wow, that did nothing. I'll just melt him instead, it's fine. Flap. Excuse me, you're trying to steal my guns, and I'm not okay with that. So, dissolve or something. I don't know. And all through this, I'm just kind of dicking around with the enemies. This is the Steel Path. This is Sedna on the Steel Path. This is a level of mission where so many players, they get to it first of all, and they're like, holy shit balls. How are we supposed to do this? Many new players will come across this. Well, not new players, mid-game players. They'll come across this and they'll wonder, has everyone been having me on? Like, how are you supposed to achieve anything here? Okay, that's probably going to kill me. Yeah, that's going to kill me if I'm not careful. Let's get around that, shall we? Okay, interesting teleport. Don't mind if I just... Yeah. That is a weakness. Very high sudden damage will get through Naros there. Everyone has a weakness. And now we just beam the line. Oh, you're still alive, are you? Flat. Shit, I can't even tell which corpus was his now. This is your solo player's augments on his first is pretty ideal. I mean, fair. Fair. Hell, he doesn't really need much in the way of augmenting, although apparently I do not have stabs. There we go, let's get some stabs in, thank you. Hey, Mr. Bombard, can you kindly stop doing that? Thank you. Oh, so I stabbed the wrong guy. Let me try stabbing you now. There we go, much better. Trooper, dead. Another trooper, dead. You. Grenade to the face. Oh, that one survived. Okay. Yeah, the Catalyst works, and Inaros also works, believe it or not. So this is Steel Path, they are capable. Are they effective? Are they long-term viable? Are they going to be good enough for survival and defense? Probably not. Probably not. But if you're just in a mission where you need to stab a bro a few times, yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, early game you will find a lot more things hard in this game, all over the place. It's weird what we find hard as new players. I remember initially struggling in the later part of the star chart, and certainly on Tier 4 Void. It took me ages to figure out, it felt like ages anyway, how to figure out how to do Tier 4 Void. And then I had it. And now I laugh at it. I walk into the mission, I'm like, oops, is this not Steel Path? My bad. Oh, can you not steal the Catalyst when I'm trying to use it? Thanks, mate. Oh, so rude. There we are. You see, I'm just in the middle of them dicking around at this point. Oh, need to reload. Keep forgetting about that. Manual reload. There we go. Grenade time. Blop. The damage on this grenade seems exceedingly variable. It's very much based on the procs. It was doing loads earlier, now it seems to be doing like jack shit. Very variable results from the grenade, not gonna lie. But as a quick, you know, let's put some status in places, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's okay. They should add some way to protect your sentinels. They sometimes die way too fast when surrounded by enemies. I mean, you could just put some more tank mods onto them. My carrier prime isn't exactly hurting right now. You know? It took one explosive hit from a Drak Master, and that's about it. Looks like this would pay well with a glaive or gunblade. Could do. Could do. Let's do a quick reload. Oh yeah, that was pathetic damage. Partial reload is terrible, don't do that. Vulpers are better? Vulpers are better in a lot of ways, absolutely, yeah. When I say that a Sentinel can get work done, I'm not saying it's meta. Again, hear the words the person says, not the words you think they might be saying, okay? I make a very crucial point about that when I talk about things in Warframe videos on stream. Hear what I'm saying, not what you think might be relevant to what I'm saying. When I say my Sentinel is surviving, I'm saying my Sentinel is surviving. I'm not saying it is better than a Vulpifiler. So countering with Vulpers better, no one's saying anything about Vulpifilers at the point. Actually, you're the one bringing it up. It's a moot point. Of course they're better. Everyone knows they're better. Nero, you're not the person I'm responding to. You scroll up a bit from what you just said there, you'll see the one person who said Vulper's better and nothing else. Really contributing there. Don't worry. Again, if I'm there preaching, read or listen to the words being said, I'm also meaning it vice versa. I've read what's being said. Don't worry. Alright, well, we got through that. Oops, I forgot about the grenade again. I'm not going to get used to this weapon. Personal preference, I wouldn't use the Catabalist. I put a potato into it, demonstrated it, it's all good. I'm happy to just not use it again. I'm happy to just not keep using this one. But there we are. You don't need shield gating to tank on the Steel Path, so long as you have suitable tank elsewhere in your kit. And the Catabalist is a viable weapon, although not what I would call an ideal weapon. It can get work done, and with more modding behind it, it could probably get a lot of work done. Bear in mind, that was a no former build there, so with former, that can get spicy. Have any thoughts about the Stiller Prime? I think it is a glass shotgun that came with Gara Prime. I believe it is all glass themed on that side. It fires a slug. Although I presume you mean, do I think the weapon is any good at all? Not really. Let's have a look at it. Stiller. Also don't need to tank if you can move. Kinda. You do need to be ready for some things, but kinda, yeah. Wow, okay, we're doing good on picking out the weapons that I just don't use today, chat. We're doing good on those. Now, Rip Panda earlier did request a frame with an invigoration, so let's do that at the same time as the Astilla here. What do I think about the Basmu? I think it's got a weird name. We'll have a look at the Astilla first. Now, let's see. We've got a choice of Buruk with melee damage and health, or Revenant with crit chance on melee and parkour velocity, or Invigoration with Necros, ability strength, energy rate. I'm gonna go for Revenant for the very simple reason that he demonstrates tanking without using health and without using shields. He is an ability tank. Let's go do that one. Revenant. And of course I'm using the Mephisto skin, because why not, you know? Look at the shiny. Took long enough for us to get a skin for him, of course I'm going to use it. Just need to feed up the beast here a moment, let's deal with that. Let's see, what do you need? Gorgaceous spores, that's a lot. Mapricos, I've got plenty of those, there you go, have that. Whatever this thing is. You and you, there we go, that should do the trick. And go. I mean, fair enough, Lucifer, fair enough. If you don't like the look of a frame, you don't like the look of them. Yeah, fair enough. Choke helmet with nanospores? What? Is abs too? Oh yeah. Revenant with this skin does have abs under there as well. This is perhaps the most human presenting frame we have seen. Like, right up there. He's got actual feet for once. Yeah, they're kind of beastly clawed feet. Rather more feral, but he still has actual feet. He's got abs. And more defined musculature in there. It's right up there for human presenting, yeah. Euralia's pretty human-y. Oh, goodness gracious. Can we not remember that frame exists, please? Thanks. I don't like Euralia. Alright then, let's have a look at building this then. First things first, let's put in the catalyst. Why not? Why not? Second, let's build up some damage on this one. Now, we just take off these mods, have a look at the base stats and where we're working from on this one. It's just got this slug with a built-in radiant attack that has a very small range. Okay. Yikes. Yikes. Now, it has got 2/3 slash on this. Status is not all that amazing for it, though. So hitting that slash proc... could be a bit spicy. Could be a bit spicy. But if we can hit the direct hits, what we can do is do some viral on here on the radial, although I might lose too much of the slash in the process. Crit stats, ooh, they are nothing to talk about. They are not anything to talk about there. Let's have a look. Critical deceleration brings it up to 63. 1.9, yikes. Yikes. Automatic fire rate at a few shots per second here. It's firing slugs, of course. Let's see what we can do with this. Galvanized Hell, obviously. Prime Point Blank, obviously. Prime Ravage, obviously. Galvanized Savvy. Again, radiant attacks. I'm pretty sure they don't work with it, so we'll skip over on that. We are happy to stick with this. Did I put that on the wrong slot? I did. Wow, I'm an idiot. I'm sure that's meant to be a dash on all the others. Why is it a V for you? Yeah, okay. Blind Guy Playing saying, Revenant is amazing tank / point gatherer and index. I mean, yeah. It can work there. I normally use Wukong though, because Wukong still gets the work done, and you got the Wu clone absolutely shredding. Adapter. Now, I'm going to skip over on the adapter. Until I'm happy with a weapon and want to use it loads, I skip over on the adapters. Mostly because they take a fair amount more effort to actually get. So I'll skip over on that. So where do I want to take this? I think, actually, you know what? I'm going to try a full heat build. I'm going to try fully on the heat side of things. Oh, I can't take that very far, apparently. Where's my 60-60? Oh. I'm going to say. Alright, yeah, there we go. There we go. And is there something else I can put on into here to make this really work? There is some munitions, but I'm skipping out on that for now. I think, yeah, because the critical deceleration, having the fire rate there is going to be a good idea, I think. Double heat mod, fire rate, crits, and standard build aside. Let's give this a try. Try corrosive? I mean, I could. Corrosive would get through the Grineer, half the Grineer better, actually, than heat. Yeah, I should go corrosive, you're right. You're right. Corrosive is a good shout here. Oh. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I removed the wrong mod. Oh, that really confused me for a moment there. I removed the wrong mod. I promise you, I do actually play this game. Do I think the Panthera Prime is any good? Need to know if it's worth the grind. Never really used it much. I have it, leveled it. That's the problem. I leveled a lot of stuff. Just quickly get it done, chuck it, just to get to MR30. If you want to get to MR30 anytime this century, you kind of go through a lot of weapons and then just chuck them. I really did. So we'll have a better look at that one in just a moment, after we've given the Astilla a run through. I'm going to re-equip some other supporting stuff whilst we're here. Let's go Magnus. And let's go Glaive. Side across there, yeah. Nearly out of tea already, guys. Oh, that parkour velocity. Feel that go. Oh. Roly, roly. Oh, that is nice. I always like a bit of parkour velocity. Oh. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. We got melee critical chance. Ooh. Gonna have to see what the glaive does in a moment, guys. We're gonna have to see what the glaive does in a moment. Alright, let's give this a try. Let's give this a try. See what happens with the Astilla. We've just got the main bits and pieces, so there's no full armor. We've just got the Arcane Catalyst, that's the word. And with Revenant's tank, it is Mesmer Skin. I am also going to give myself some energy. Am I not on Xeneric? Ah. That could be a problem. Not on Xeneric. Okay. We'll make it work. Hi. Have you heard about our Lord and Saviour Blat? Ooh. Well, that could have been better. But Elite Lancers, they're not weak to corrosive. They are weak to being split in half and chucked over me on fire, apparently. There we go. Now, those guys, they're weak to corrosive. Troopers. They're weak. Let's see, we've got Drakmaster. I don't think that... No. I think they're alloy. I can't remember. Actually, I'm going to have to... Oh no, he is ferrite. He is ferrite apparently. They're just tanky as hell. Wait, where's my gun? The Revenant colours, thank you. Yeah, these guys, these are using alloy, so they are tankier against corrosive, or rather, they're just not weak to corrosive. So it takes a little bit more to get through them. And then Drakmasters, they're just tanky. They're just tanky. Now I am single tapping this. I'm not going full auto at the moment. Just to kind of get a feel for the shots needed before we go full ham on this. This is full ham. Yeah, you thought you could set off that alarm? Not happening. Not happening. What's the song? That's a good question. What are we listening to at the moment? We are listening to 1988 in the synthwave set from Stream Beats. It's 1988 by Stream Beats. Although it was, now we've switched over to TI-84 by Stream Beats. It's all Stream Beats. All the way down. Always has been. You can see the difference in the time to kill between ferrite and non-ferrite enemies here. Elite Lancers, they're alloy, blister, ferrite, alloy, ferrite. Now I can sap some armor as well. I could probably get some work done. That's because I've subsumed pillage onto Revenant for this build for some reason. So I would take your armor and then just kill you. And in that time, of course, I'm getting all the viral procs from the Verglass as well, which makes it a lot easier to kill them. There's an enemy back here and it's annoying me. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No falling up. No! You didn't see that. You go for Raw on Revenant? Yeah, that can work as well. I was trying out having the shield restoration as well as the armor strip on him. But it doesn't seem that amazing. I think I must have had a invigoration with ability strength when I first did it. I just completely forgot that that's why it was there. Alright, let's spin. And people say that this ability is pretty bad. And they might have something. They might have something on that. But I just like doing it. I just like doing it. Yeah, it's still a Prime, with some more form behind this. I can see this being an absolute monster, potentially. For the Grineer here, radiation is necessary. Those extra ones, and that's where Smite Infusion is an amazing, amazing subsumability. Because you can give yourself that radiation to smash through alloy armor. Pair that quite nicely with the corrosive already. Radiation corrosive weapon, which you normally just can't get, which is why Smite Infusion is the way. Alright, you want the melee? Have the melee. Radiation corrosive will deal with all the Grineer. Radiation's underrated? It is a little bit. Not lots, but a little bit. I mean, some of the most popular weapons in the game right now do use radiation, so it's not that underrated. I have to hum the music from Magic Roundabout when Revenant spins. I mean, fair, fair. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, cast that down, sap the armor, cast it down, sap the armor, cast it down, sap the armor, reload the gun, and lose the gun. Alright, fine, deal with this. Honestly. No shame with these guys. They're going to just steal my gun right out my hands. Bet you they complain if I did it to them. Ooh, that was a bit spicy. That was a little bit spicy. How about you? You want to take a bit of spice? Nice. What am I doing? Just kind of dicking around on a Steel Path mission with a different way of tanking. To demonstrate you don't need to use just shield gating, and a different weapon because someone wanted to see how this weapon feels. It would be better if I had some radiation as well as corrosive, but it's getting some work done. Alright, you take care, Luswin. You take care. Yeah, Smite Infusion would be amazing. Flap, flap. There we go. In case you needed any confirmation that viral is amazing, compare the difference in damage as the viral stacks up from my Sentinel. Ooh. Let's not die right now, that would be a bit embarrassing. Give me some shields, please. Thank you. Now die. Somehow I just got a red crit there. Bit different. Yeah, those things tank. Best way to tank on most frames is shield gating? No. No, I would say no. The best way to tank on most frames is a combination of tanks. Just shield gating alone requires you to then also be focusing on evasion, which is itself a form of tanking. Just shield gate, as I demonstrated in a shield gate video, gets very intensive. Is he deflecting? Oh, he's got Zephyr's Turbulence. That's what that was. Well, it's run out now, mate, so you're dead. I did wonder what I was seeing there, but yeah, it was Zephyr's Turbulence. And the best single form of tanking is just simply evasion. Good old mobility. Because if you're moving, you are very hard to hit overall. And if you can move and shoot at the same time, well, that's, you know, obviously good news. Good speed will get you past a lot of stuff. Shield gating will then help you to survive little bits here or there. And fun fact, very few things on the normal star chat will one-shot shields. Hell, even here, they don't offer one-shot shields. Let's see how long it takes me to lose my shield if I turn off that ability. I'll need to turn it off by jumping out. How long will it take me to lose my shield entirely? Probably quickly, because there's a heavy gunner. You see, it's actually taken around about 5, 6, 7 shots there. And this is steel path level, so shield hit points do matter. Just not hugely as you go on. They lose their point over time. Far quicker than any other tank. But they still matter. And so evading shots will make your shields last longer, allowing you to even recharge them midway through, not relying on just shield gating. I'm about to run out of ammo. Yep, Astilla is running out of ammo. Dicking around a little bit too much with it. Yeah, crowd control, reducing the amount of incoming damage is a viable way of surviving missions as well. It's not technically tanking, but it is a way of survival. And you got shield gating, you've got ability tanks, you've got health tanks. Health and armor, of course, not just health. Tanking through restoration, like with Wisp. Who water tanks through evasion with invisibility. To say that the majority of frames just use shield tank is again an oversimplification. And not a good one to make, because to those trying to learn how to tank better, they'll then focus on just the shield tank and still wonder why they're dying. If I was focusing on just shield, if I thought, oh, if I just try and keep my shield resetting, I'll be fine, I'll be dead. I'll be dead. But it is a crucial tanking method to be aware of. And it pairs very well with evasion by just not getting hit. Luckily I've got some more ammo back, so I can start spamming some more shots. This is nice. Don't want that one. Super cheap star. Protege shield tanks very well. Yeah. Yeah, she has an active ability that focuses on shield restoration. Brooks 4 feels stronger than Exalted Blade? Well, yeah, it is. Much stronger. It's not even a question, it is just stronger. Especially with the augment. It puts Excalibur to shame. It's got more upkeep to it though. You have to do more work to actually be able to continue to use his 4. So there is that to it. There we are, that is Revenant and Astilla Prime, guys. what do I advise if you put mods and form on this? So let's come back out of the mission here. I'll show you in the arsenal where I'd take it then. You got a pretty decent Riven? When you say pretty decent, Balu, because you're the one asking about what mods to put on, what specifically have you got on your Riven there, Balu? What specifically have you got on your Riven? Oh yeah, Wukong's Exalted Staff is terrible. God, it's horrible. Because like, here right now, we've got the one slot open which can go straight to your Riven, and then that will basically be job done, you know? On the Excellent slot here, you've got the idea that you could go for the projectile speed, but do you really need it? I wouldn't go for that. So you could silence it if you really wanted to, that is definitely an option. Sometimes silencing weapons can help out. Ammo mutation, that could work out well there. Allow you to spam up more shots, that could go on it. You've got a damage projectile. Sorry, plus projectile speed, I'm going to assume. Minus damage to infested. If you got projectile speed, then I'm sorry, I'm not going to call that one a good Riven because it still was hitting plenty fine there. I did not feel held back by projectile speed at all. Yeah, there's a fall off range on it, but I mean, just, yeah. If you're not within 30 meters of your target, get closer. It's a shotgun, it's not exactly a sniper rifle. Move. Vigilante supplies work best on the Axelus? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Ammo mutation or vigilante supplies, either works there. I believe this is more efficient, but this will still get the job done. And that will give you a teeny tiny increase to your damage output. But it's got a nice critical multiplier with the mods on, it's still not a huge change. Now when it comes to that Riven there, with the massive amount of damage, that could end up replacing Prime Point Blank. Especially when you also have a primary arcane adapter. If you are going all out on a weapon, obviously you want to use that as well. So with those two together, your Riven and the adapter, you could remove Prime Point Blank, and that still leaves you with a gap open for basically anything else. Crits could be a way to focus on that. For example, if you are focusing and getting the headshots, laser sight could come into work there. If you are going for lots of bullet jumping, if you are focusing on being mobile, motor setup then for extra crit chance can actually work out well for you. Believe it or not, there are set mods for shotguns that are worth looking at from time to time. I wouldn't go for the fire rate there of Vigilante Fervor. We've already got shotgun spaz. There's no point swapping down that fire rate, because that 5% crit buff is, well, it's not going to do much. It's really not. Hello, Depressed Dan, how you doing then? Or rather, if you're going to keep lurking, I hope you're doing well. In terms of other stats options there, in the critical arena, there we are. On kill, crit damage whilst aiming. Again, if you are aiming, that can come in very nicely. Critical chance can be picked up from a lot of places. Critical damage is harder to get. So that one could be another pick for that spot there. Again, assuming you have the Riven taking up this spot, Balu. But if you can roll it into crit chance, crit damage, then it just sits there. Easy peasy. It could just sit there. And likewise, if you can get elemental onto it, that can do quite nicely. Complementing or replacing one of these, either works well, just fine. Looks like Savvy works on the Astilla. When you say looks like a random observer, what are you basing that on? What are you basing that on, please? From D's description of how they're making the status overload mods work, the radiant attack shouldn't combine with it because it's an AoE damage. So when you say it works, how is it working? What are you seeing that says it's working, Random Observer? Let me test it, he says. Okay, so just to be clear, this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. Well, I mentioned earlier about how some people misunderstand how various tanks work because one person says, oh, it doesn't work for super endgame content. 3 people later, you've now got a noob going, oh yeah, I shouldn't use an Aros, he's bad, he has no shield gate. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You just come in with a statement. With regards to Galvanized Savvy, you said, it looks like Savvy works on the Astilla. When I asked for why you say that, your response was, let me test it. That is a poor response. I am going to call you out on that. Think about the claims you're making. If you do not have a justification, there are going to be people here in the chat or people anywhere across the internet, they'll read what you say and they won't see the follow-up comments. They'll just be like, oh yeah, this guy said it. And that is exactly how misinformation spreads. Please, I insist, when you've got something which is counter to otherwise understood information, at least back it up first. If you have perfect reasoning, if you have a reason to back it up, tell me. Don't tell me you're just going to test after you've made the claim. That's no good. Don't do that. That is an insult to everyone on the channel, honestly. Alright, well, Astilla aside, let's put that one into the pocket now, guys. Let's put that one away. Freem saying, Vigilante Ferb doesn't have 5% more crits, 5% chance of upgrading to next level of crit. Yes, you're very correct there, Freem. Which makes it worse if you have a weapon which has under 100% crit chance, it makes it worse than just having 5 percentage points more crit. It really does. And if you have 100% or more, it is effectively the same as 5 percentage point more crit. So it doesn't really do a lot, does that 5%. When you've got multiple of them stacking together, it can get some work done. On its own, it's not really a lot. And if you're trading out something else for it, if you're trading for, honestly, very, very little. Very, very little. You know what I've not used today? I've not used the Foreman. I'm going to use the Foreman on the next one. Why does Galvanized Savvy work so differently on most weapons anyway? It's not just Galvanized Savvy. Galvanized Savvy, Shot, and Aptitude. The 3 status overload mods, or gun addition overload as some people call them. DE has come out and said explicitly that they are not designed to work on the AoE damage of various guns, shotguns, pistols, that kind of stuff. It is designed to work on the direct damage only. They weren't fully clear on exactly how that's implemented, and in typical DE fashion, we don't have an objective way in game of it telling us, oh, sorry, no, not going to work on that bit. We just have to find out, does it work or doesn't it work? Mostly by experimentation. It's kind of infuriating, to be honest. But in that regard, then, it means that, say for something like the Foreman, the shots from both the semi-auto and auto mode, they both benefit from Galvanized Aptitude because neither of them are secondary radial damage. They are both direct hits, even though one of them has an AoE kind of effect because it goes through enemies. It's still affected by the mods. But you look at the Kuva Brahma, the Kuva Ogress, you look at the Tenet Envoy, those explosive weapons, they have direct damage and then a radial attack. The radial attack does not benefit from the status overload mods. So does it work on Zarbram and Roboskist? No, no, and no. Or rather, yes, yes, and yes on the direct damage, no, no, and no on all the damage you actually care about. We just got a close-up of his ass. Can we not? What advice would I give on an Ogress Riven? You have damage right now on it and damage on Corpus. Okay, pure damage on a Riven is honestly a bit shaky as an option because you're then basically locked into replacing Serration on it. I should probably bring up an Ogress. Do I have an Ogress build? I probably don't, but let's have a look anyway. Level 30, I don't have an Ogress build. Oh, that's painful to look at. Okay, that is painful to look at. It's got split chamber on here. When did I level this? Obviously before that update. Can't imagine how OP it would be if it did work on AoE. Well, that's the thing, is that we thought it did when de-releasing it, because they didn't say about any kind of exclusion. And then it came out and it was bugged everywhere. And then some bugs got fixed, but some still seem to exist. And so many people, including myself, thought, oh, okay, DE still can't figure out where they've gone wrong with that bug. They'll get onto it. And then eventually down the line, they came out and said, well, actually, no, it's supposed to work that way. We just felt like AoE didn't need the buff. It's like, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Why didn't you tell us? See? Come on. So yeah, with this here, let's see what we got then. On the initial attack and then the radial attack, the radial attack has puncture / heat blast magnetic with this build. Now, I'm getting the... and the viral. Oh god. I'm getting the viral here from mods, heat from mod. Magnetic is going to be my... what's it called? Progenitor element. And then we got the puncture / and blast is innate to it. So that's got statuses out the wazoo. Which means it would be a great candidate for Galvanized Aptitude, except he said no. He said no. Mr. Havens, how you doing today? So, yeah, with this one, Galvanized Aptitude is just out straight away. Prime Firestorm will be amazing, so that'll be filling up this slot, or one of these slots, it doesn't really matter, somewhere there. A Bane mod would go a long way. So I'd recommend that as well. And already then, we've got very little left. Internal Bleeding, I don't remember if this one guarantees impact. Kuva Ogris. Don't think it guarantees impact, does it, guys? Does it? No idea. I should probably check on the wiki on that one, so I'm going to do exactly that. Kuva Ogris. Let me switch over so you can see what I'm looking at as well here. There we go, Kuva Ogris. Show me what's good. Show me what is good. Direct hits of guaranteed impact proc. Well, that's no good. We don't care about that. Rocket explode in 7.9 meter radius. Initial hit by saying it separately. Yada yada. Does not need line of sight. No. No, it does not seem that it has it on the explosion. Okay. The explosion is just as the explosion. The guaranteed impact proc just beyond the direct hit is no good at all to us. We don't care about that. The direct hit is laughable for damage in comparison. Like, look at that. Even at the edge of the 7.9 meter range, without Prime Firestorm, that is, you're still getting 20% of this, which is what, like 3,000 versus 600? Yeah. Come on now. I mean, that's a no-brainer right there. So we don't worry about internal bleeding then. That's terrible for this. Do not consider. It'd be Prime Firestorm, Prime Bane of Grenier, or whichever Bane you have, would be a good spot there, just because it's so much extra damage, really. Then, where would we go after that? Because we've already got 3 elemental mods. I've ramped up the status here because it can get quite a bit of status in, you know? Statuses are good to have. What? Wait, hang on. Where's my crit mods? Does it, oh, this doesn't crit at all, does it? Oh, this is terrible. That's why I've got no crit slide. I was confused, but yeah. I suppose if you got Revenant, that would take up the final slot, but where would I go next otherwise? The lack of crits. Before I rip apart Zer's build, Zer's probably got a good build. After this amount of discussion, I wouldn't be expecting to volunteer a bad build now. If you're not going to Riven at this stage, honestly, I think Vigilante Armaments might be the way. Oh, it's Napalm? Oh, I don't have that one, do I? I keep forgetting that one exists, I'll be honest. Oh, I do have it. Wow. I have it and I keep forgetting it exists. Okay, yeah, so that'll be the one going, yeah. Easy, 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 easy. We're about to find that on Zer's build, aren't we? No. Okay. Right, let's see what we got here. First of all, what's your Riven? Toxin, damage, minus crit chance. Oh, that's beautiful. That's one of the only times you ever want to see minus critical chance is on a weapon that has a 9% crit chance. That is beautiful. There you are, Mr. Havens. Oh, that is beautiful. Alright, that aside, this could be the Vigilante one, but again, no crits, so it doesn't matter. Go for the more efficient one. Good pick. So we have got then cold, toxin, toxin, cold, heat. That is a lot of focus on that viral there. Look at how much viral damage is coming out of this. I would actually recommend against that, guys. I would seriously, strongly recommend against having that much viral on a build like this. The reason being is that the biggest part of viral is that it gives you the viral proc to enhance all damage you are dealing to health. All of it. Not just viral damage, all of it. Now, yeah, you do also then get bonus damage against flesh and clone flesh. I think it's 25 and 50% respectively. But you don't need to be going this mad on your viral there. You can still get plenty more work from other status-based stuff, because this is a status-based weapon. So what I would do here to make that work, let's see. I think you could... Yeah, you've got cold toxin, so you could drop this one here, and that would be your Nightwatch Napalm mod. Nightwatch Napalm goes straight into that there. Corrosive heat? This is doing a lot of direct damage, but you can still scale even more with the viral. So corrosive heat isn't necessary on this one. You can go viral heat just fine. But you can drop that one, and you can put your Night Watch Napalm mod there, because it is a good mod to have. It is designed for the Ogress, it kind of works well, so yeah. Aside from that though, that's otherwise got the intentions down. You could still drop the cold mod here, move that one over, and instead over here you could go for another heat mod, do the 90% heat mod, to really focus that side of things down. It's not really necessary. Now, there is a downside to this build in going for the toxin damage like this. Toxin and damage. You've also got damage over here. You're not going to get any amazing new stats out of this. I feel like there are other ways it could go potentially, but not necessarily. Honestly, I'd be fine with that Riven as is. I'd be fine with it as is. Primed reload, replacing rhyme rounds. Primed reload. Primed reload? What's primed reload? Have I missed a mod? What do you mean, a mod that is full reloading that is primed? Oh, what is the reload on this? 2.1. Oh, that's not that long. Surely you don't mean that. Prime fast hands? You do mean that. Okay. Wow. I mean, whatever floats your boat there, Kev. Whatever floats your boat. I wouldn't recommend it. Throwing away a whole mod slot just to reduce 2.1 seconds down a bit? I don't see that's really necessary. I don't see that's really necessary. Out of curiosity, what happens when this gets fully modded? I haven't actually looked at that before. Well, not recently. Rockets disperse napalm, 30% damage over 6 seconds across 9% explosion area. Yes, there's a big buff to heat damage. Worthwhile having. Worthwhile having. Alright, I'm just going to leave that broken now. We've had a good old look at that one there. You'd add a faction mod? Yeah, faction mod would go well as well, absolutely. If you're focusing on the status side of things, a faction mod will go a very long way. And getting a Riven with faction stats as well can also definitely help out. Yeah, that BZ Kuva Ogress. I'm not going to use that one right now, though. Quite frankly, it needs work to really properly demonstrate. I would be doing it a serious disservice because you can get so much more out of a weapon which can upgrade its rank beyond level 30. I'd be doing a disservice to it right now. Let's bring out the Rubico through it. Been a hot minute since I've used a Rubico. Let's bring Rubico. Let's bring... Who do I want to pair with Rubico? Who do I want to pair with Rubico? Of course! He's not someone you use with a sniper rifle very often. Why not do that? Oh, never mind. Captain Crow says, can we see the Queen of Blood, Garuda? Okay, yeah, Garuda. Sure. Garuda it is. Let's bring out Garuda. Now, let's make sure I've actually got a workable build. I've not used Garuda a lot, so I'll probably have something disgusting, and this looks like that could be it. Ooh. Where was this going? I mean, I've got a missing mod slot. What do we want to do with this, guys? More importantly, what we're focusing on. Armor? I know. I'm a little bit confused myself. I mean, she's got quite a bit. And she does use a health tank as well as a directional shield tank, but... Well, with the duration bonus on this, it has a decent duration. We've got Streamline, bringing up the efficiency to make the cast cost on this lower. It also means then that Blood Altar lasts longer, and that Bloodletting does more work. So you see that 35 goes up to 49 thanks to efficiency. And then we've got the Seeking Talons. Is it a deal having low HP, so relying on HP is bad? I mean, her deal in the same way that various other frames have abilities you might choose to work with or not work with. You don't have to use her passive. It is nice. It is a bonus. It is a much better passive than some frames get. You don't have to use it. And I tend to like to prefer frames that don't die if you make just one single quick mistake. which is why I tend not to rely on frames like Garuda anyway. Certainly for a Steel Path, I would be very cautious about running a minimum health build on her. I'd be very cautious about that. But let's see. Let's see what we can make work. If we take out the Steel Fiber then, I'm going to keep the Vitality. I still want that a little bit of buffer, to be quite honest. If it all goes tits up, I want to get my health back up and have something there. So I'm going to keep the Vitality for now. You can use the mod that transfers fatal damage to energy. There is that. Yeah, it's quick thinking here. There is absolutely that. Drains energy to stop lethal damage with 240% efficiency. With Prime Flow on, that's going to be plenty of energy. I believe this also staggers you a bit. I don't know if Sure-Footed deals with that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Rolling Guard. Now, this is into experimental territory a bit for me. I have not mained Garuda ever. I've used her bits, but I've never really focused too much on her kit. Adaptation works with it too. Probably should use that then, yeah. Where to put adaptation into this? I could use the Streamline. I feel like that's going to be the one if we're going to use adaptation here. So I don't want to use up any of the other bits. Let's see. Let's see on this. We'll work with this. Hope for the best. I would still like to use Rubico more than anything, but we'll see what happens. She's pretty sturdy. I mean, if you take off all of her hit points, how sturdy is she? We'll see. We'll see. Like I say, not too experienced. We're going to take it to Steel Path, so we're going to see what happens. With Arcane Elevate, you can keep remaining health up. I'm sorry, Nero. I thought we were trying to have health down, not health up. Getting a bit of mixed messages there, guys. Come on, decide which side of the fence you're on. No stagger? Oh, I swear there used to be a stagger. Huh, fair enough then. You mean for energy transfer? Right, okay, so... Probably going to need that one in a full sentence. Not sure where you're taking that one exactly. If you mean you can use Magus Elevate to heal her, not keep her, but heal her, to then use her third ability to regain energy, yes, you can. But that is very different from keeping remaining health up. You're not keeping the health up, you're spending it. Very, very different thing. You can see my confusion there, my dude. At least I hope you can. Alright, let's give this a try. Let's give this a try. I didn't check what damage type I have on my Rubico, so I don't know if it's radiation or corrosive. Fingers crossed that it's corrosive, but it's probably going to be radiation. Let's give it a try. It's radiation. Darn it. Yep, I'm sniping with Garuda. Deal with it. Not using your talons? Oh no. No, I have not got those modded at all. Alright, how good is this at blocking the bullets? Okay, yeah, that works. That works. Hi, mate. Now you can definitely see the difference in radiation versus corrosive there. You can definitely see the difference. That wasn't even a headshot, he was nearly dead from the one. It's always fun when the Grineer make themselves plainly obvious to you, but they always got their backs to you. And yet when you're trying for a stealth run, they never do this. Never. Hi, mate. Oh, there wasn't actually a way that way. Oh, I thought I could shoot through that shield, not gonna lie. I thought the punch through got through it. Hey, yo, Mr. Bombard, look over here. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, I swear these enemies are usually a little bit more alert than this. It's kind of really confusing right now. Cool, the shield blocks that. Good to know. Let's just smack her a couple times. If I actively hurt anyone by using the glaive improperly there, I'm not sorry. Alright, cool. Yeah, tanking those shots as well. let's bring down the health and see how risky we can get here. I can immediately lose my shield just as I do that at exactly the wrong time. Okay. Oh, I did not keep an eye on the timer for that one. Yep. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you have someone off to the side, anywhere other than in that direction, it really makes this dodgy. At least in my opinion, dodgy. And that AoE got past the shield as well. Yeah, sorry, who said she's really tanky? Tanky how? Yeah, I'd like a little bit of help, please. Thank you. She falls over if something gets off to the side from her. That's what I'm seeing. Can you... There we are, that's down. No, 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 no. Well, I don't have adaptation? I don't have adaptation, says Nero. Nero, have a look at my buff bar, please. Come on now. I put it on. I spent a moment debating which mod to lose to put it on. Come on. Don't lie to me. I want a shield for this guy. Where is he? I do not have corrosive. Corrosive would be better for this. Are they? Ooh, dear. Okay. Magnetize. Always fun. Rolling guard and adaptation. Yeah, so adaptation to help keep you alive. With the old... Excuse me, what? Why did he leave? Oh, sorry. Can someone explain to me why he just left? What? I'm sorry, what? Oh, that is just some grade 8 bullshit right there. Might have been that we procced quick thinking. Ah, okay. That's an idea, yeah. Let's test that. We'll test that when the next one spawns. If quick thinking causes them to leave. And if so, that makes quick thinking, well, actively nerfed for Steel Path. At least in farming sense, and what else are you here for? The enemy. Oh, it's this thing. Happened to you with Proteus 4? Ah, yeah, because that one procs when you would have died as well, yeah. That's a bit shit. They're supposed to go when you die, not when you may potentially have died. Yeah, you think that pillar's gonna save you? No. Can you? You? Take out that one. The people over there? Yeah, there they are. Hi, mate. Oh, his head didn't really work. He tried tanking it and then it just didn't. Imagine tanking worse than a Scorpion as an Xmas unit. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, I'll have a look at that in a sec there, Lucifer. Does it leave if you don't die with Wukong? It depends on how the game registers it, I suppose, yeah. Alright, let's see how well I can tank this with quick thinking. Okay, that went through my energy well faster than I expected. I looked down, I had 500. I looked down again and it was dropping 100 a shot or something. That was not what I was expecting. It's all there. Now, she may have a bonus to damage on low health. Honestly, I feel like that's not so much her thing as just an option. Like, it's a way you can play her, but it's definitely not the way I'd be happy to play. Not in a Steel Path mission. Not in a mission where there's actual damage going around. If there's much less damage than this, then yeah, it's worth a try. I wouldn't main it that way. Oh, radiation is so nice against those elite lancers. It just carves them up. I mean, yeah, it's also a sniper rifle, but it's the radiation that's making it really work. Target obstructed? No, it isn't. Right there. Stupid game. Oh, invasion time! We'll just leave them to squabble for a bit. Not enough punch through to get that guy. Alright, let's see. So, if I let quick thinking get me. See, that wasn't how that test was supposed to go. I wasn't supposed to be one-shotted due to a lack of armor. I was supposed to get down to 2 health and have quick thinking proc so he would fuck off. You know what? Screw the acolytes. Who cares about them anyway? You lose Gloom with her too? Okay, well, if you use Gloom with a Warframe, they're gonna survive. Yeah. Because Gloom is overpowered as a subsumable ability. It's an AoE slow with lifesteal, which is absolutely mad. And a relatively affordable AoE ability as well. I'm just going to sit back here a moment and let this Lich do its thing. No, it's not really my day. When is it my day when it comes to trying to test things? Warframe actively tries to prevent me testing things half the time. I'll get simulacrum bugs, I'll get missions being dickheads, damage calculations stop making sense for a moment. Oh, I found a really curious one on the Orb of Alice the other day. Oh boy, that one made no sense. It's all over the place. Oh, punch through didn't want to happen there. Okay, that's fine, yeah. Oop, wrong button. I want health, not lose health. Thank you. There we go. All the health, baby. Yeah, when that one runs out, he's dead. Yeah, definitely dead now. Alright. That guy's done for. Nope. Nope. More heads. Nope. Nope. I mean, you gotta say nope when you headshot someone like that. It's always fun. Okay, let's get a new shield off you. Thank you very much. Planing around because heat procs, they're fun. Steel Path really takes the majestic magical space ninja out of this, doesn't it? Makes it feel a little bit more children of trying to fight a war feel, which is a bit more accurate to the lore, I suppose, you know. Just a little bit more accurate. I need a new shield. You can be the one to give it to me. Thank you very much. Now die. Ruder in a nutshell. Are there any other frames that are as much the embodiment of thank you, now die than Garuda? So many of her abilities rely on targeting an enemy to buff herself first and then gets rid of them. She's got the self shield, she's got the healing. Speaking of self shield, that one just ran out. Oh, that grenade got behind me. I lost like 300 energy, I think, on that one. Surviving that one hit. Oh, come on. You want to tell me that beam is more than a meter thick? Bullshit. Bullshit. That should have been... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Is every single enemy here or something? I can't aim for shit either. Alright, heal me. I need help. Alright, heal me. I didn't see that grenade. I heard it, didn't realise it landed next to me. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not a Garuda main. I'm pretty much the exact opposite of a Garuda main. What's pushing me? Oh god. Oh no, no, no! You do not teleport me into the middle of that room. Come and fight me, not the other way around. Not what we signed up for. You know what, actually, I'm going to cheese this. We're done here. Oh, don't come to me. Go out there! That's why I threw you out there. Get out there and kill my enemies for me. Go. Go on. Go! You just can't get the crew these days, honestly. There is your enemy. Go and fight it. Look, don't. There. Why are you doing? What are you shooting? There's nothing down there. Okay, there's this guy here. But you can see. Ooh, good. Oh, now that's just cheating. There we go. See, you could do it all along, Zai. You just had to shoot them. And that's the power of NPC crew for you. All of that time, all they needed to do was just step out and 3 shots, bam. All I needed was for them to just step forward. They'd have done that so much quicker. Okay, that's a lot of people. What do I mean the Foreman is allowed to do this? I mean the Foreman is allowed to do this. Look at it. It's one of the best primary weapons in the game. Look at that. Flat. If the NPC crew actually understood going to the enemy first, that'd be nothing. That'd be nothing left. This is why NPC crew are on a 7-minute cooldown after their 3 minutes are up. This is why, because they take no prisoners. Alright, you know, I'm definitely done with this mission now. I'm just leaving. Friendship Door, a solo mission. Gotta love it. Come on, Garuda. Get your bloody skin out of here. We are done.
And so we learn the importance of clarity.
Ever so slightly painful. You're saying the armor influence damage dealt to energy when using quick thinking to... Right. Your armor influences... No, I'm going to try and translate again. Let's get through it. So I'm using Steel Fiber and Arcane Guardian. That might be why you're dying so easily. So, the armor influences the amount of damage taken by energy or dealt to your energy when you're using quick thinking. That's what it means. Alright. And yeah, it might be. But then people complain. They're like, oh no, Garuda, health tanking isn't her whole thing. It's to not health tank. Who actually said that? I'm going to go back up the list here. I am really going to scroll back up the chat and see who said isn't her whole thing having no health. Because I think I have pretty confirmed that is a very niche and honestly kind of bad idea. Who said that? Let's see it. Pass. It's after the Ogress. There it is. Alright, cool. I ain't going to read your name out. Not going to name and shame on that one, but now I know who you are and what I think of your opinion. Alright, let's first say, Sonos, it works quite well in Steel Path, but I'm not sure Aphis is the best. I'm in a mood of just challenging everyone's spelling today. Alright, Proboscis Sonos, let's have a look at this then. So, you've got Malignant Force, Fire Rounds, that'll give you the Viral, High Voltage, Firestorm, Acceleration, Hellfire, so you've got Radiation Viral on it, 4 Elemental Mods, Bane of Corrupted, Galvanized Chamber. So all of your pure damage is coming from Primary Merciless. That's an interesting choice. Non-Prime Firestorm. Probably worth improving. It's obviously not a crit weapon, so that's why there's no crit mods on it. Really don't like relying on just primary merciless. I really don't. Or out here? Well, it's something to work towards then. Overall, you got yourself a rad viral setup. So with the viral benefits, the bonus damage to health, radiation, that's going to help carve through alloy armored enemies. It's also going to be a benefit to just confusing the heck out of enemies around. Do I like it as a setup? Also made it corrupted. I mean, assuming you're using this against the corrupted, fair enough. Rad viral is a good pick against the corrupted overall. Radiation procs cause shutting down various auras. It works in that regard. Spent all your money on Excalibur and Mag Tenogen. On Excalibur? To each their own. To each their own. And then how much of benefit you're getting from Vital Acceleration? 0.7 down to 0.25, that's a good pickup. Yeah, that's definitely a good pickup. Slight loss in the damage though. When you don't have any stacks from primary merciless at all, that means you are at 85% damage, and ooh, is how I feel on that at first. But as long as you can keep that up, which shouldn't be too difficult once you get going, I'll do you alright. If it's just this weapon on its own, it might be a bit spicier. If you've got some ability supporting it, you'll be okay. But yeah, there's not really a lot you can do with a bow type weapon that has no crits to speak of. 7% and 1.9 times, yeah. You were saying, I think Heavy Caliber works better than Prime Firestorm or Firestorm. I mean, I'm going to assume you mean for spreading it. And I'll be honest, I've not really tested that. The improvement to the blast radius doesn't just improve the range, although you want the primed one, because that's not much of an improvement. But it's not just improving the range, it means then that the fall off is stretched further, so those within the smaller part of the range actually take more damage. Not just affecting more enemies, you affect them better. How would you switch these factions without the Corrupted Bane? Sorry? Just so I properly understand your question there, True Prime, what is it you're asking? How would I mod it without this? Or how would you switch this to another faction? How would you switch this 4 different factions but without using a Bane mod? Is that what you mean? Because, yeah, as Aetherix just said there, the way you do that is just change your elemental type. The only real difference between factions in terms of how you deal damage to them is pretty much the damage type you're using. That's about it, really. When two enemies be pulled into the epicenter anyway, making it so damage fall off the edges won't matter. It depends on how much they're actually pulled in. I'll be honest, I've not used the Proboscis Sonos that much. It depends on how much they are actually pulled in. Because even then, if they're not dead center, if they're away from the pinpoint center of the explosion, they are going to take reduced damage due to fall off. And so the further range, the less of an impact that is. But absolutely, yeah, if you've not got that to worry about, then going for pure damage is an alright choice. In that regard, going for Heavy Caliber, if the spread is worthwhile, can work, yeah. It's a mix of options on that one. There's definitely a mix of options. It would come down to a little bit more experimentation, and that's part of the fun and also issue when it comes to dealing with the weird, quirkier weapons. I only have so many hours in the day, and part of that, a good chunk of that I spend sleeping. Believe it or not, I am a content creator who sleeps. So it gets a little bit hard to say on some of the really quirky stuff. And I know there's loads of quirky stuff out there by the number of people who enter into this chat and go, what do you think about this? And name something I've literally never heard of before. Or if I have, I mastered it and threw it in the bin because I was too busy doing other stuff. But yeah, worth experimenting with both heavy caliber and prime firestorm, seeing which one works out best there. The lack of pure damage aside from primary merciless, I'm not too sold on, but it can work out. It would certainly be a slot in to swap out this here. Are you going for status damage? No, because there is no status damage on here, so you're not double dipping the corrupted. And that's an interesting choice. Yeah, going for a status proc heavy selection, but then also go radiation and bane rather than a damaging status. That's an interesting choice, thinking on it. Interesting in it, I'm not sure I would make the same choice, kind of way. Anyway, that's all this for stuff. We got Zer's new build, according to you in chat. Alright, let's have a look at the Coup of Rogus. What have they gone for? So they've gone Nightwatch Napalm. They've got the mod there still. Upgraded this to Cryo Rounds Toxin, that's the viral. Got Thermite Rounds for the heat. Fast hands for the reload speed. You went for the reload speed in the end. You went for the reload speed? Alright, okay. Sorry, what did you drop for that again? I didn't drop anything too significant there, but I probably still would have gone for the 90% heat mod. But fair enough. You have gone up to 30k damage. What was it before? 38k. So you've gone down, sorry, to 30k damage. You've gone from 38 down to 30. But that's because you've also got Nightwatch Napalm making stuff happen, and you've got the reload speed mod for some reason. You're saving 0.7 seconds. It's the Coup of Azar that reloads one at a time, isn't it? I'm pretty sure the Coup of Rogus, it just reloads. Or am I wrong there? Because again, I could be wrong. I don't really use this weapon. Coup of Ogress. Wiki. No, it just reloads. So, why are we saving 0.7 seconds? It just reloads. I know someone suggested it. I scowled then and I'm scowling now. Nah. Yeah, get your Arcane, if you can, to give yourself some extra damage bonus there, and then you can put the 90% heat mod into this slot. As well as mentioned, Heavy Caliber is another one to go for as well if you've not got this, because then it'll just be competing with Serration. No, wait, no, it'll be competing with this. Don't get Heavy Caliber, you got the Riven. Never mind, don't get Heavy Caliber. 90% heat mod. Pop it here. Job done. Chat said it? It does. Chat's going to say a lot of things. Chat is going to say a lot of things. We've had everything from, oh, isn't the whole thing about Garuda is that you want to be on low health? Well, we saw how that went. To, hey, it turns out that Savvy does work on the Astilla's radial explosion. Their evidence? Oh, wait, let me go check that. And they've not come back to say anything about it. So, take what chat says with a pinch of salt. Trust, maybe. Even in its Twitch chat, definitely verify. It's not trust but verify for Twitch chat. It's definitely listen carefully and definitely verify. Definitely verify. Fire missing too. I mean, yeah, fire rate is missing. You could buff the fire rate on this. You can buff fire rate through other ways as well, though. For example, you can use Arcane Acceleration if you really need fire rate. But yeah, you could absolutely go for a fire rate buff on this one. That would work quite well, all told. Let's see. Yeah, I think the fire rate mod in this slot, I think it's the wrong polarity. So you're going to be stuck on polarity at this point. Reforming time. So yeah, either fire rate or the 90% heat mod. That would be the slot there. That would be the slot. Alright, cool. Hey, Theric, so you can equip the Tunguska Cannon, Tycho Sequel, Buckle Decoy, Valence Fuse. Okay, that's a bug. It's just a bug. It doesn't really do anything for you, so screw the bug. Yeah. And Icarius? Well, I mean, it's an Icarius. I'm actually going to skip looking at the Icarius because I've done a whole video on it, Etheric. So if you want a good build for the Icarius, I have actually taken the time to research that one. Go check out the Icarius build I put up on YouTube. You do exclamation mark Icarius in the chat, that'll give you the build I use there. So I'm going to skip over that build because I've already covered that one in a whole video, literally. File acceleration's a dash polarity. File acceleration? Oh. Alright, there we are. Yeah, that's perfect then. Pop that in. Don't know why I thought that was a V polarity. I'm not remembering these corrupted mods today. Now look at Mag. No, we're skipping the looks for today, Lucifer. We're skipping the looks. Specifically, I'm skipping your look because we had a look at your build just then, and also you were the one who suggested the Garuda should be running on low health all the time in a sealed path mission. We saw how that went. Yeah, I am aiming. Alright. We've had a fair amount of dicking around with the weird and wonderful. I'm going to go back to Old Faithful for a moment. This music from Has Been Hotel? Nope. This is not from Has Been Hotel. Let's bring out the Corrosive Envoy. And, no name and shame? Yeah, I changed my mind, I changed my mind. Lucifer's been here many enough times, and they've had an interesting number of opinions anyway, so they should be used to it by now. Am I going to use Lavos? Actually, I want to... Did I put Smite anywhere on this guy? No, I apparently put Snare to 5++. Oh dear. Was it on the index build? No, it wasn't. Never mind then. Come on, which one of my frames have I put Smite on recently? Wasn't you, was it? No. Limbo had it on, I took it off. I mean, Mesa definitely has room for it. Let's go Mesa. Let's go Mesa. If she's not already got it, she's got Dispensary on this build. I don't want to break that. Raw. Banish? Oh, come on now. Come on now. And it's been changed. Alright, Red Panda wants Invigorated Baruch. Alright, sure. Let's grab Baruch. I need him to actually invigorate him. Baruch it is. This is probably not going to be a radiation run then. Let's go invigorate Baruch. What has he got again? He got melee damage and health. Well, okay. Okay. I need to feed him. Ordis, get out of the way. I can't see what he needs. Seriously, Ordis, shut up. Go away. Why that long transmission has to play every time, I don't know. Don't care. Let's see, there it is. This one. There we go. Anode spores. And he's fed. What? When? When did I... Invigoration has already been applied to this. Oh, it was greyed out. I did it earlier in the week then, apparently. Okay, fair enough. I forgot about that. Wednesday? Yeah, it must have been. Must have been. It's got like 3 days left on it, so yeah, I must have done it on Wednesday. I completely forgot I did that. Well, I didn't need to feed it, but it's fed. Whatever. Cool. Whatever. 13%. Yeah, this is a minimum duration build, high on the strength. I haven't put the augment on, Reactive Storm. I've kept forgetting to do that. Is there anywhere I can put this in? I can replace Power Drift for it? Yep. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. I've been meaning to do this, I just kept forgetting. I've got all these different mods on the builds? Wow. Okay, Quintus, that'll be it. That'll be it then. Alrighty. Yeah, that should work. Tiny loss of strength, tiny loss of, knockdown immunity, but who really cares about that in the end? This should get some work done. This should get some work done. I'm not really going to focus on the rest of the build. I'm just going to make sure the Desert Wind is okay. Apparently I need to former this, guys. Apparently I need to former this. Okay, right. Let's do some work here. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Yikes. Alright, you know what? Combo duration, attack speed. Is it really that difficult to build combo on this guy? And if it is, why have I got this in the D polarity? Alright, someone who's more familiar with Baruch than me. What the fuck? Quite honestly. Where do I want to actually take this? It's been a while since I've really thought about Baruch. Because the main thing is, when I decide where I'm going to take this, is then I can also decide what former I'm putting into this, because this needs a former. This really needs a former. That'd be good, Solar Cross, if you got a decent one. Better be decent. Here we go. Just close out the other tabs. Oh, this one's from iFlu. That is a Baruch build. Okay, never mind. We got a Baruch build. Thank you, iFlu, though. We got a Baruch build. Also, it looked like you had former on that. Yeah, you've definitely got a load of former on that. I don't have the time to fully form a Baruch. We're just looking to improve this one. Just the Desert Wind, thanks. Why don't I Umbra Former? I mean, I could. I just don't want to throw an Umbra Former into it if it's not actually the right way to go. Because I'm not too familiar. Oh, okay, iFlu's got that. Let's see. So, yeah, see, for example, iFlu hasn't gone that way. We've gone for the Pressure Point, True Steel. Interesting, just True Steel. Okay. Berserker Fury, Organ Shatter, Gladiator Might, Shocking Touch, Quickening, Prime Fever Strikes. We've gone for the Corrosive base on it. Okay. Corrosive base, and then not focusing on combo here. This is a focus on just getting the kills in. Doubling up on the attack speeds there. Not sure on that. Honestly, not sure on that. Oh, you play on Switch, you're going to send a screenshot? Alright, Solar Cross, before you send your screenshot, as I assume you're going to try and link it here on chat, make sure you ask for permission. That way I'll be able to make sure the bot doesn't immediately murder you. Because we've got an anti-link bot for anyone who's not a subscriber here, so make sure you do ask that permission just before you're going to send it. I'll give you the permission. Otherwise, yeah, that'll be a bad day for you. Actually saying, should go Umbral, Steel, but didn't form enough, where all Gladiator mods on melee. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, he keeps using the Gladiators as a trick, doesn't he? Cool, we can do that. We can work with this. Notice pressing order choice there. I would switch these around, then you can upgrade that, and it would work. Anyway, let's work towards that then. What I'm going to do, I think, is skip Quickening. You have a V polarity there. I have a D polarity. Did you change your polarity? I mean, it's understandable, but oh damn. I have to work around that as well. Okay. Let's work towards this then. If I do this, that, not you, go for Quickening up here. Sacrificial Pressure. Yeah, I can fit that one in. We've got the Organ Shatter, we've got the Gladiator Might, we've got the very heavy crits coming into play now. I have taken out some bits here. Made this work. We've got Molten Impact, so I think we're going to do an Umbral. I've done it now. No going back on that. Umbral it is. We'll see if that was a good idea. We'll go Shocking Touch. We'll copy that Corrosive. I feel like it. So, Shocking Touch, I need the Toxin. Virulent Scourge. There we go. Alright, I'll decide later if this was a good idea or not. For now, it's done. Yeah, let's make it happen. What I'm going to do is de-equip the new core. And for the glaive, let's switch that over to a weapon I don't really care about messing up too much. Actually, how many Gladiator mods we got on you? None. Okay, wow. Never mind. I'm playing Serene Storm? Yeah. Where's the Jewel Razor? What have I got on you? Gladiator mods? I got one. Oh, that's no good. 10 Umbral Former, how? Because I don't spend them. I just don't. I think I've missed the last couple that have come from, what do you call it? from the Steel Path shop. I just keep forgetting to go buy them. Genuinely. Across saying, just remembering I have the screenshot on my phone now. Would it be alright to DM on Discord? Yeah, go ahead, mate. Go ahead. You ask him permission up front, you're perfectly fine. Not like some rando just spamming me with random shit. Go ahead. I'm just going to bring Glaive, why not? I won't put the gladiators together. I'll just call it a day on this one. We're taking too long. Oh, I am. Let's do this. And whilst we do this mission, Solar will get the build across. We'll compare. Yeah, we'll trade notes in class. See how it feels. It's been sent. Oh, there we are. It's already here. Let's have a look there. What's Solar gone for? I'm just going to read it out. What I'm looking at here. Prime Pressure Point, Berserker Fury, Smite Grania, Vicious Frost, Sack Steel, Gladiator Might, Fever Strike, Organ Shatter. So he's gone for a viral setup with a anti-faction mod. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Fair enough, fair enough. Perfectly valid as well. Get all the defenses up. And let's see what happens here. Well, okay. Now the bombard's taking a little bit more. Only a little bit more, though. The rest of them kind of forgot to live. That was cute. Yeah. Yeah, that's the bombard is definitely taking a little bit more work. The combo could be an idea here, yeah. The combo stat stick style. Oh, we're still getting most of the work done. And look at that adaptation between corrosive and radiation. Oh, you can see it doing some work there. I should probably make sure I am using... Oh dear. Yeah, because I'm running out of restraint. That's one thing I never liked on Baroque, is having to work for the restraint. Is Warframe worth starting now? Yes, 100% Maxwell. In case you're unaware, there is about to be a huge update coming out on Wednesday. It's a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. It's going to be a massive update to the main storyline that we've been waiting years for. So, absolutely. Now is a good time to start. Warframe is in a very good place. And if you are looking for some guys to help you out on getting started on things, if you want to know more about the different Warframes and what they could be used for, you can check out my YouTube channel as well. youtube.com/Kengineer. Because I do loads of guide videos over there as well. That should do you good, my dude. Welcome to the game. Flap. Flap. It's getting there. Oh, and the restraint's gone again. Okay, yeah. I'm clearly doing something wrong. Because I can't seem to keep up the restraint. I don't know if there's just not enough enemies for the way I'm playing, if I'm hanging around too long. Someone who knows more about Baroque, tell me what I'm missing. Because I feel like if I have to spam my 2 every millisecond just to keep using it, that's going to suck. Not enough enemies. Well, that sucks. Because I'm on Steel Path, where there's the most enemies I can get solo. So if I require allies who are not killing the enemies in time, that's a bit shaky for me. Is it Luke Engineer? No. No? Does it look like it says Luke Engineer? What kind of a question is that? Is it Luke Engineer? You know, we have a specific channel point redemption reward if you want to tell a bad joke, mate. That's what you hear? Well, you need to get your ears fixed. Because clearly I am thick engineer, you know? Dummy thick. Oops, I got nullified. I think I got nullified. It looked like it there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Baroque's playstyle. I'm really never a fan of Baroque's playstyle. Slide attack for the Acolytes? Well, I can see what the slide attack does right after I get my ability back off the ability to use it. Or just, you know, wait for the game to permit me to continue using it, yeah. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh yeah, of course it does that lifted bubbly status on them, doesn't it? Sanctuary Onslaught works for melee tests? Well, you see, I'm not just doing a melee test, I'm trying to do it in a real mission. Sanctuary Onslaught is a very unique area. Very unique. Why don't I add a grouping ability like Core or Zephyr 1? You know, funnily enough, Parpro, no one suggested that until now. No one. So, that's why I didn't do it. No one said, hey Ken, actually Baruch only works if you add someone else's other ability to him. Yeah, not to be condescending here, but quite literally, no one suggested that. People have been going on about Baruch in the comments of my YouTube videos like absolute zealots since before the helmet system existed. If I looked at the build you sent me, I flew? Really now? Really? You're gonna be like that? You're gonna be like that? You didn't say shit, you just sent the build over when I was asking for a different thing. Really? Honestly. You guys get one Warframe with a build and all of a sudden you think you can be that cheeky? Honestly. This is why no one likes Baruch mains. You're all zealots. You just like to poke around? Says the guy who's not even subscribed. Honestly, imagine being this cheeky and not even a subscriber to the channel. Oh my word. The absolute nerve. No, I do think I have wasted an umbral for me here. Some people love Baruch, but honestly, I just... Yeah, no, I can do nothing to enjoy his playstyle. Where is that guy? Well, they're dead. Hello, Monster Cat. How are you doing today? Bubble Wrap asking, I saw the Void Rig guide. Why corrosive / radiation over viral there, if I may ask? So the reason being on that is that you're primarily focusing on just doing a hell of a lot of damage. What makes viral stronger in a lot of circumstances is how many procs you can apply. Well, there's a lot of sentience you can't really apply status procs to. And it works well in high levels against enemies. You can also use slash to bypass their armor. But the thing is that you can't really bypass armor with slash when you don't have slash on your weapon. And radiation and corrosive, they absolutely demolish armored enemies when it comes to direct damage. I mean, that's why Baruch's ability here is switching between corrosive and radiation to do what's the most damaging it can. So yeah, because they're direct damage, crit focused weapons, they're not really worrying too much about status despite the high fire rate on the Morzalon. I am so tired of this mission and this damn Warframe. That's why I say to go for the direct damage based stuff there. True, yes, you can apply status to some sentients now. Not all of them, but to some. Even then, you still can't apply stash with the Morzalon because it doesn't have it.
Another successful mission.
Right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Oh, Baruch is so amazing. Use Baruch. Baruch's melee is like the king of all melees, says everyone in the YouTube comments. Whoever sees a video that doesn't mention Baruch. Seriously, it is endemic over there. Not just on my channel. Glaive one-shotted the Acolyte. What about Baruch now with Prime Sure-Footed? I think we've seen enough of Baruch. We've seen enough of Baruch. We've seen enough of Baruch for a good year. Yeah, that'll do. Is Archgun Ace ever worth it for Arcabex? Archgun Ace, remind me, Quintus, what one's Archgun Ace? God, that was such a waste of number former. Rook is not the only one who can one-shot acolytes, though. These people are just big fanboys. Yeah, they are big fanboys. They're absolutely bloody endemic. Seriously. Fire rate and reload speed on headshot, if you recall correctly. Let's just have a fuller look at it. Arch gun, ace. Well, this shows how much I care about it. I haven't even modded one. What do you look like fully ranked up? I'm just going to do it anyway so I can properly look at it. So, on headshot kill, plus 50% fire/charge rate, plus 100% reload speed for 9 seconds. I know, I really wouldn't. It's a very short duration. The condition sounds nice, but guaranteeing the headshot kills? No. It could replace quick charge on the Morzelon if you could guarantee you're getting headshot kills. It could be viable there. But if you're just not in that 9-second window when you're trying to reload, then you just don't get the benefit. You don't even headshot in this game, said Monster Cat? Gun? I mean, you can do if you want to. I wouldn't feel that mod. 9-second conditionals on things that apply long term that you're trying to have there constantly, I never like in the first place, especially headshot kills. I mean, we don't even know if it's going to count the headshot kills correctly. We've come across instances of mods which don't count headshot kills because it was a headshot status kill. It was a status kill after a headshot, and the game's like, nope, that doesn't count. Yeah. Alright, let's have a look at that last bit from my flu. From the Brook there. He went with airburst to gather up the enemies. Okay. Alright, airburst to gather them up. And then using the rest of the kit there. Gone for 13% duration as standard on that one. Natural talent to cast faster. He's gone all out on the strength here with Reactive Storm. And then otherwise brought up the efficiency. And yeah, kept the efficiency, but brought it up after losing most of it on Blind Rage there. Alright, and brief respite as well, okay. I mean, for a guy that's supposed to be insanely tanky, that's an interesting choice, but sure. I trust you. Arcane Energize, Arcane Strike. There. I still wonder about just maintaining Serene Storm. It just feels like pain to maintain. It really does. It just feels like pain. Give me a Warframe that just works. These multi-conditionals really do get in the way sometimes. To give a counter example, Gorse. Now his kit has some conditional nature to it. We switch over to one which doesn't use Raw on it. There we go. Macro Rush you should just cast. Kinetic Plating, you want more battery for it to work. But maintaining battery never feels anywhere near as bad. I mean, it's just kind of always there if you're not screwing around. Same with Redline. You want to keep on casting it, and you've got to keep your battery up, but just tapping dash once or twice and you're there. Full, and it just sits there. Whereas Restraint is constantly being eroded, and it just feels rough, honestly, it does. Airburst and lull. Restraint goes down real fast. Yeah. Learning Gorse is very curious how to play effectively. Well, you know what? Let me demonstrate why you don't need to try and play him effectively. Let me demonstrate why you really don't need to try to play him effectively. Let's go do it. Tenet Envoy. Yapparinos. That's all good here. Let's switch this finally over to Xenric. I would like a bit more energy going around. Don't really need it, but yeah. Peter Buller saying, just popping in to stream to say hello from South Africa. Thank you for making the video about amps. Really explained the system to me, having returned after 2 years from not playing. Peanut Butter, I'm glad you appreciate the video, my dude. Welcome to the stream, at least briefly. How is it over in South Africa at the moment, anyway? Can't say I know much about the country. Like, at all. I've met a couple people from there, and that's it. That's about all I know about South Africa in the modern day. Let's see. Steel Path, Gorse, Weaponry. Yep, let's do this. Oh, that's not happy to hear there, Real Fedge. Are you also in South Africa then? No, Solar Cross, I do not want to feel internal pain. Internal pain is a bad thing. I do not like pain. Contrary to what Twitch may have you believe, I do not like pain. There we go, get some buffs going. Alrighty. Gorse is running. Literally. Coming through. Excuse me. Bombs away. Ah, this is beautiful. So, in case you're not quite sure what's happening at the moment, let me walk you through. Gorse's first ability gives him a bit of dash, and that helps buff his battery up pretty quickly. You want to tap the dashes if you're just charging his battery. The next crucial bit then is his second ability, that is his tank. I am practically immune to physical damage at the moment. Actually, no, not practically, actually immune to physical damage right now. As well as heat, cold, and blast. It's kind of weird. I'm also knockdown immune, because that's another thing the ability does. His fourth ability is what allows me to reach that full immunity. It allows his battery to go all the way up to 11, all the way up to the max. It increases the fire rate insanely, as well as the reload speed, as you can see there. And his third ability, it's got its uses, but not for this style of play. So I replace it with Raw because more damage. And as you can see, it kind of does that. Got that battery all the way up. And then I just let the Lieutenant Envoy go to work. With 0 knockback because Gorse. Strangely enough, the Lieutenant Envoy has incorrect arsenal stats. One specific stat, which I'll show you in a moment. Yeah. Thermal Thunder good for crowd control? It is that. Yeah, it does do some crowd control. It's soft crowd control more than anything. You can get hard CC out of it, but it takes more effort. Oops, wrong button. Well, lost that bonus. But you'll notice that I don't really need crowd control when I can just kind of rain hellfire on the world around me. Supposed to pronounce Gauss? Ah. See, I'm never sure on accents and pronunciations with these kinds of things, you know. Gauss, Gorse, it doesn't come up in normal life. No one really teaches you these things, and then you get regional dialects and accents applied to it. I just call it Gorse. Because of course I'm going to do that. Some people can call it bloody GIF, Linux. Oops, I've forgotten about my second ability. Excuse me. And I can call it Gorse. Y'all know who I mean. Y'all know. Also, gotta say, it is immensely satisfying being able to just launch these rockets all over the place, after previously being stuck with Mr. Angry Fist. I do prefer just a good lappage. What weapon you got for me? Dracoon? I'm pretty sure I did that one. Yeah, I've done that one. Do not want. Thank you. Go away. Yeet. Officially Linux? Quintus, come off it. No. It's Linux. From Linus Torvalds. If we want to go by name of creators, inventors, and related individuals, Linus Torvalds. I hope I've got his last name correctly, but I remember the first name. Because I too was taught it was Linux until I found out the truth. Oh, you shooting me from over there, are you? You think you're safe over a fence? I have no idea where your corpse has gone. Oh well. Linus. There's such subtlety pronouncing things. I find no end of difficulty in appreciating how to pronounce things when we have this wonderful, wonderful alphabet where everyone decides to assign 4 different sounds to one letter. It's always a pain. So once you get outside of my native tongue to others, which then take things an entirely different route, I've got no chance. I mean, come on, the closest neighbour to the United Kingdom is Ireland. We use the same alphabet, the Latin alphabet. Do you think we can read each other's writing? Nope. Not even close. As comes up frequently on our Among Us stream. I mean, like how English uses the letter K? I mean, K we're fine with. K we're fine. At least as far as I'm aware. The letter C? Oh, I've talked before now about how the letter C is functionally useless in English. It's a wasted letter. We could have so many of the more clear sounds, and we have the letter C doing what? Lovely NX, sorry, there's no I in the middle. Lovely NX saying, what's trying a negative duration Lavos and trying to figure out damage over time damage. Hard to balance with them being there to actually scale off. Sorry. What? Let me take this bit apart piece by piece. But I'm gonna go from backwards. So, hard to balance with them being there to actually scale off. I presume them, you mean the status procs? Trying to figure out damage over time damage. Damage over time damage is going to be using the normal damage over time equation. The very first bit of that I really want to go what at is a negative duration Lavos? Are you insane? It's not Baruch. What are you doing? Wait, no. 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 Okay, just no. Look at this. Status duration. Scales with ability duration. Okay? You go negative. No, you don't get the same amount of ticks over time. No. No, you don't get the same amount of ticks over time. You get fewer ticks. You're not making it happen faster. This isn't Trinity's energy vampire ability. You just lose your ticks. No. No. Don't do that. You go negative duration, you're doing less damage. You're getting rid of your damage. You're ending your status procs early and then making it a pain to actually scale into his other stuff. There's a good reason I say to use prime continuity, and that's not just to make the ticks last forever. That's to mean more ticks. Oh my god. Sorry. No, what? I'm kind of curious as to how you were running a negative duration Lavos and didn't see that happening? What? How do I play Lavos? Actually, I can never quite understand where the strength of his frame lies. I mean, a big part of the strength lies in these two numbers right here. Armor 1,541, health 2,140. This is a frame that does not die unless he chooses to. He's got a little bit of shield as well. Actually, he's got a fair amount of shield. And so that survives. And if the shield gate fails, you've then got the armor and health going absolutely bonkers on whatever target's trying to mess you up. Arcane Grace loves that combination. All of the hit points back. Adaptation as well. I've not got it max ranked. You don't need it max ranked. Absolutely sprints ahead with it. And yeah, no energy cost. No energy cost whatsoever. 300 shields is more than Norris. 300 shields is more than Grendel, who also, by the way, is a good health tank. And then you look at Lavos' abilities. Ophidian Bite, it's like, oh, what's that? I'm a little bit low on health. Nope, no, I'm not. Oh, that was the worst click I've ever done. Oh. Lavos, I let you down. I'm sorry. But yeah, Lavos can just decide not to be dying. It just heals. And thanks to Swift Bite, he can now just do that even more, which is kind of ridiculous. He has the most amazing roller skates known to man. Just scuttles around the map. Look at the range on that. 70-meter range. 70 meters is just bzz, whilst he's spreading status everywhere and an explosion at the end of it, which can come in handy in places. That's a bit of a niche thing in the end, but it's there. Lovely NX saying, I thought I read on the wiki that increasing the status duration of heat toxin that ticks happen at a slightly longer scale. Alright, Lovely NX. I have no idea where you read that. It's Love Links? Okay, now I know it's Love Links. Alright. This is why we capitalize letters and names, guys. This is why I am the Kengineer. Now I can read your name. It's Lovely Links. I did wonder, but then loads of people put random letters in their name. So, Lovely Links. Love Links, Love Links, Love Links, Love Links. I'm not going to remember that. Love Links. I'm sorry, you're already Lovely NX in my head now. Love Links. Love Links. Check that wiki page again. Whatever wiki page you think you read, check it again, because... yeah, no. No. No, that's not how status duration works. Absolutely not. Status duration, with AoE procs, that is gas and electric, they immediately hit their damage, and then every second thereafter, up to the end of their status duration. Also, Log Luna, that is a name I think I can read first time straight away. Thank you very much for your subscription with Prime, I appreciate it. Welcome to the channel, and enjoy your lovely new blue badge. Yeah, status duration. In fact, you know what's going to be easier than me talking about this? I'm actually going to bring up a trusty friend, which a few other creators use, and for very good reason. Let me just switch the screen here so I can do that. I'm going to need a notepad. Oh, yes, indeed. It's going to be a notepad. We're on to notepad learning, guys. Let's just give a little bit of font up here. Let's make that more readable. That should be fine. Yeah, you can see that fine. Okay, cool, guys. So, for AoE status procs, this is how it works. They damage immediately. And then on the start of each second, okay? So if you've got the base 6-second status proc, you'll hit them at 0 seconds, at 1 second, 2 seconds, etc., up to 5 seconds. You will not hit them on 6th second. The reason being is because at that sick point, you run out of status duration. There is no 6th second to proc the status damage again. So in 6 seconds, you get 6 hits. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Okay? Now for the non-AoE ones, so heat, slash, toxin, I think that's them. Yeah, heat, slash, and toxin, I think that's the ones. They damage after 1 second passes. They damage effectively just prior to that second. They hit on the conclusion of that second. If you think of this as like 0.01 seconds and 1.01, that's more like what's actually happening. Whereas these guys, they hit kind of like on 0.999 seconds. 1.99 seconds. Effectively at the end of the second, but not quite there. So you'll wait a second and then get damage, damage, damage. And it will hit on the 6th second as well because it's at the end of the 6th second. Which means, again, 6 ticks of damage. So this is where status duration comes into play significantly. Okay? This is all happening because of negative duration levels. Hey, I do teaching here. I'm the engineer. I solve practical problems. If we got a practical problem, someone thinking that duration should be tanked on Lavos, I'm going to smash that issue out. Because please don't do that. Please. Oh dear God, no. Worse, just don't touch the duration. At best, follow the builds I put out there. Come on, I do it for a reason. I do it for a reason, guys. The could teach. I flew. No, come on, no. Officially mods do nothing? No, that's wrong, Peanut Butter. We can get to that in a moment. That's also just wrong. I'm not even sure why you saying that like a question. Did you come across anything that told you that? I'll get back to you. No, just no. I'll get back to you. So, here's how the damage works on these when you change your status duration. Say you change your status duration so you lose half of a second. That would be what? Not even a 10% loss. Let's say minus 10% status duration. Okay? Let's see what happens now. So, on the AoE ones, we are hitting on 0.01, effectively the start of the second, the start of the second, the start of the second. I'm just going to skip the S's now, you know what's there. 3, 4, and 5, because our status duration, with minus 10%, we still get 5.4 seconds. So we still get the 5th one, and then the status ends. So we still get 6 ticks on the AoEs. But for the non-AoEs, they're hitting on the 1st second, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, but then the status ends. The status ends at 5.4 seconds. We don't get the 6th tick anymore. So just a 10% loss in the status duration. We've now gone down to 5 ticks, not 6. We've lost 1/6 of the damage. We've lost more than 10% of the damage over time from that status duration. And as you continue to bring your status duration down, you'll murder all of these ticks eventually. Okay? 12.5%? No, I flew. That's 1/8. 16.6%, 6 recurring. Not the lesson to take from this, Quintus, no. I mean, gas levels does work, but not amazingly well when you consider there's other options out there. But gas levels does work-ish, kinda. No. So this also goes the other way, alright? If you then go for plus 10%, for example, so your ticks are now 6.6 seconds, the AoE procs, they're hitting on 0 second, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, and now 6 seconds, because we do get into the 6th second before the proc ends. You now get 7 ticks of damage, whereas again for the non-AoEs, they're hitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as before. They don't get to the 7th second. No, they don't run that full 7 seconds, so you don't get the 7 ticks. It's still 6 ticks for them. So what you see is, as you increase your status duration, you'll immediately see benefits on the AoE ticks, whereas you won't see benefits straight away until you get to a whole extra second on the single target ticks. But vice versa, a little bit of reduction on single targets immediately has an effect. AoE has a bit of a buffer zone. Just kind of how it works. Now, I run plus 55% on my Lavos, okay? Which means our procs are going up to, let me see, what is that? 6 seconds base, 9.3 seconds? Yeah, 9.3 seconds. Now that's, for most status procs, are 6 seconds long. I think it is radiation that is longer? I think it's radiation. It's a non-damaging one, so it doesn't matter right now. So 9.3 seconds is the normal length. I'm going to pass this over to you guys. If you've got a 9.3 second long status duration, how many ticks of damage do you get with an AoE proc? Let's see if you guys are paying attention now. You've got a 9.3 second long tick. I'm just going to get rid of the seconds, the ekins. How long is it? I flew saying 10. We all in agreement on this? Is it 10? I'm going to make a prediction out of this. Is I flew right with 10? Just going to give you 30 seconds on your prediction here. Is I flew right with 10? I want to see. Use your channel points. Gamble. Who's right, who's wrong here? Is I flew right with 10? And before I reveal the answer on this I flew, if you're wrong, I'm timing you out as penance. I'm not going to do that to you. Whether you're right or wrong. This is a learning experience. Dioma thinks it's 9 ticks. Well, put your votes onto the no then, Dioma. If you think it's 9 ticks, put your votes onto that one. Dioma is saying it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he thinks that's 9 ticks. Interesting. So 2 people said I flew was wrong. 5 people said I flew was right. Interestingly, I flew is correct. Dioma, you do not exclude the 9. You're excluding the 9, but there's no reason to do so. For the AoE ticks, you hit on 0, you hit on 1, you hit on 2, you hit on 3, you hit on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get to the 9th, the duration's still continuing. We're going to 9.3. We don't stop at 9, we're going to 9.3, so you do get all 10 ticks. This plus 55% duration on Lavos has brought us up from 6 to 10 ticks on the AoE damage types. Now on the non-AoE, if I can spell correctly, they all hit on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. They don't hit on a 10th because we don't get to 10 seconds. So they go from 6 to 9 ticks of damage. Put the dots in here to make this clear. So that 55% on Lavos, which you can see here, I am using 55%. That means we are getting 50%, only 50% as it were, plus 50% damage over time on the heat one. So that's heat, toxin, slash, but he doesn't do slash, so heat, toxin. But on electric and gas, we've got, what's that? It's not 55%, that's gotta be... My brain's melted. Sorry, I'm gonna use a calculator, I'm gonna be lazy. 66%, there we are. My brain melted for a moment there. So that 55% duration bonus is actually giving us 66% more damage. It takes longer, it's going to actually have to get there, but it just keeps going. And as Solar Cross is pointing out, also everyone, please remember that Lavos' status duration also affects your weapons too. Yes, 100% yes. It's you, Solar. Only because you requested it. Absolutely correct. So if you're using any kind of status damage based weapon, anything that is using your slash, your heat to kill the enemy, then you want to be using that duration levels as well, because it's going to last longer, it's going to hurt longer on them. You are keeping the status there to murder them longer. This affects all of his stuff. Look at the tilt, it says it. Modifies the duration of any status dealt by Lavos with either abilities or weapons. You 100% want to be remembering that. Does it translate into 66% more damage? From status procs that are AoE, yes. Damage per status proc, yeah. Over time. It's not DPS, it's damage increase, because you're doing more instances of damage. The DPS has not changed here. In these first 6 seconds, so you get these procs here would happen, this DPS doesn't change with duration. But because of the increased duration, these happen as well. That's what makes it that much more powerful. And so if someone is running a negative duration build, if you go down to, what was it, like minus 13%, I think is the lowest? Sorry, 13% duration, I think that's the lowest. Let me check, was that the lowest? We'll look at it. Yeah, 13%, alright. Oh, this is going to be ugly. This is going to be ugly, guys. So, 13% duration. Oh, this is going to be horrible. Which gives you 12.5 at rounds 13? Oh, right, it's 12.5. Let's call it 13. Let's call it 13 and see what happens, just to be absolutely safe here, okay? So 13% duration gives you 0.78 seconds, and Cyflu's just put in the chat as well. Duration. So, for the AoE proc, for the AoE proc, you'll hit on the 0th second, and then you're done. For the non-AoE proc, you will... Oh. You don't even get to 1 second. Right. Well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? So this has gone down to 1/6 of the damage procs. And this has gone down to nothing. You fool. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You'll still get the initial damage hit, and the procs will still happen, and then they'll go away again in a fraction of a second, and you'll just be stood there like an absolute bloody lemon. Do not do that. God above, that's... No. Don't do that. So this is how status procs work, guys. Any questions? I'll give you guys a moment to think about questions. Whilst we're thinking about that, guys, it is actually about time for us to be wrapping up when it comes to today's stream. So, if you've not yet got yourselves in for the Platinum giveaway, we're going to be doing that draw in just a moment's time. So grab yourselves those tickets if you haven't already done so. I want to give out this Platinum to someone who's not had it before. But if you are already a winner previously, well, I'll give it to you instead then. That's what you get for winning. Yes. Yeah, this game is really complicated. I know, lovely. It is really complicated, but it makes it fun for us, right? It makes it fun, kinda, sorta, sometimes. And if you guys have been enjoying the channel, if you do enjoy the number of guys that I put out there, the time I spend with you guys helping to make this game a little bit easier to understand, consider hitting that subscribe button as well, because every time you subscribe, you make it that little bit more possible for me to continue to bring this content to you guys. I enjoy doing this, and it's you guys that help make sure I can continue doing so. let's see. It is time for us to have a look at who is going to be today's Platinum giveaway winner. Let me just grab the details up over here. Let's have a look at who has entered into it. If you've not grabbed the ticket yet, I'm about to close the draw as soon as I find where I've hidden the file. There it is. So let's close this file. Let's grab those channel points and say nope. Oh, I've clicked the wrong button. Nope, there we are. All right, it's closed. Anyone who's in is in, and if you're not in yet, well, I've been telling you. So, yeah, what is on you? It's all on you at that point. So let's have a look at how many people are in it with a chance to win it. Oh my god, the font is huge because I messed with it earlier. Let's have a look at this then. Bam! Here's all the names. Here's all the people with a chance to win it today, guys. We have got 45 different people here. Any one of you could be a winner. Only one of you is going to be a winner. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. But that winner today, given a good old shuffle, is going to be... Lynn! Lynn the Pin! Congratulations, Lynn the Pin. You are today's winner of the Platinum Raffle. As spun there, I'll send you a message here on Twitch in just a moment to confirm the details and make sure we get that sent on over to you for that 75 Platinum. Congratulations, Lynn, on winning that one there. We go, ooh, in chat. Ooh, indeed, Lynn. Ooh, indeed. Congratulations on that one. And to everyone else who has been joining us today for another very wonderful stream. Thank you very, very much. And don't go anywhere just yet, because we are going to be raiding on over to another part of the Warframe community. I always like to do these raids. I always like to. Who are we going to give a raid to today, guys? Who are we going to go and give a raid to today? Right? Let's see if we got anyone. Rockin'. We did them just the other day. Zion's just gotten started, so we could go to Zion. We could go there. These streams are pretty crook. I have no idea what you mean by that, Scravy Gravy, but you keep on coming back, so I'm guessing it's a good thing. Who are we going to go on over to, guys? Who do we want to say hi to today? Who do we want to say hi to today? Poll? I was thinking we need. Yeah, let me just make a quick poll. I'm gonna choose 1, 2. Been to them very recently, so I'll pass on that one. 1, 2. You know, actually, I'm just gonna narrow it down to 2 people today. Gemmo? Do they have a webcam? I don't see a webcam. Yeah, we could do it as well. The teaching Eidolons, apparently. Okay. That's the vote. We'll put it between those 3. Yeah. So I'm just going to pop a poll together, guys. Give me a moment here. Who raid? You get to decide. Are we going to be raiding over to Neoness? Are we going to be raiding on over to Germo? Or are we going to be raiding on over to Zion Zeta? I'll give you guys just a minute to choose on that one there. Give you guys just a minute. Alright, Solo Cross, you have yourself a good one. But yeah, we're going to raid on over to another part of the Warframe community. I want you guys to be on your very best behaviour. Show them the love. Show them what we're all about here, you know? And if we can teach them something new in the process, well, maybe sit back and let them play the game. You know, we do the learning here. Let's have a look. Who are we feeling then, chat? Who are we feeling? We got votes split around the place at the moment. A few on Neo, a few on Germo, a few on Zion. You can go either which way. Yep, I ain't going to vote myself. I'm letting you guys decide on this one. Simple majority wins, and if there's a tie, I will just flip a coin in my head and pick one randomly out of those that are tied. I'm glad this was an enjoyable first stream there for you, Solo Cross. I hope to see you on the new ones. Just a reminder as well, guys, when it comes to next stream on Wednesday is going to be the update of the new war, which means there are going to be spoilers. Do not click onto the stream on Wednesday if you want to avoid spoilers. There are going to be spoilers. I must warn you of that. I will be posting this again on the Discord because I don't want to ruin the quest for anyone. Only come to the stream on Wednesday if you are happy to see spoilers or if you have already somehow done the quest. Alright, Lynn's saying we couldn't raid Germo last time. Oh, that's a good point. Okay, we'll try Germo. If we can't actually raid him, that's a very good point. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. I'm just going to get past the adverts and we'll take it from there. But if I didn't remember we had an issue with that, so well remembered if so there, Lynn. Well remembered if less so. No, it seems to be working this time. It seems to be working. There we are. All right, cool. It's going through. Not sure what it was last time then, Lynn, but that is all from me today. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in. I do hope you have yourselves a wonderful last bit of your weekend, wherever you are around the world. I'll see you on Wednesday for the war. Bye-bye.